Hello everyone, and
Yo.
welcome back to the Dorkvision stream. You can catch this stream every Sunday night from 9 to midnight Eastern Standard Time. If you want to watch our Eternal Undermountain stream, that's on Wednesdays from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time with a different group of people going through my own version of the Undermountain. If you want to find Noble Crumpet's books, I have them on DriveThruRPG. My book of Gastromancy and Guide to Slimes is there. You can also find my book of Secrets and City Generator on the DM's Guild. Announcements out of the way. Let's get into what happened last time. Okay, so the intrepid nobodies have headed to Famladan. With Thrazir's guidance, you were led to the Pit of Trials after escaping the a field of battle at Kurad al-Rajah, to which the Ilorans had occupied the fortress. In the Pit of Trials, you were faced with some elemental guardians, which you were able to dispatch once you figured out their little trick, and found your way into Famladan, the city of the Genies, the mystical land hidden away from mortal eyes, for those, except to those that have already been there or know the way. And that's where kind of come now. You guys had investigated some of the city, made your way up to the top towards the confluence in the Tower of Primordium, where you met a skinny little lad named Terowin. Learned that these people here, if there are any humans here, they tend to be very powerful humans, just doing casual research on 8th level spells. Everyone else here seems to be a Genasi, and it's a sort of extraplanar hub of sorts, connected to the various inner planes of elemental energy. You've also learned, I believe, that it's ruled by Genies, who are in the lowest part of the city, and that's where you guys were on your way now. But for now, you have made your rest at the Gawking Human, a tavern in the center of the Coral Ruins, about Famladan's center. So, what do you guys do?
Pay our bill at least. Wasn't it like 7 gold per person?
Something of that sort, I believe.
Ugh.
Yeah, I thought we already paid our gold bill. And now we
I
were
think we paid it already.
Okay.
Yeah.
and we already got the room booked as well as part of that, right?
Yeah.
Should.
Yeah, the room and food.
Also, just side note, if the sound is bad, let me know, because I know that's been screwy lately.
Seems good for now.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. So you guys are in the Gawking Human. There's a big, wide, curved balcony that looks out into the lava pits below. There are various Genasi here, all laughing and cavorting with each other. And
Is anybody extra curious about us, or no? Because I know that's like sort of
not
an
particularly.
eclectic bunch. Okay.
You guys are a fairly unusual looking bunch. Only 2 of you are even vaguely human, so nobody really gives you too much mind. This is a veritable Mos Eisley of elementals and extraplanar creatures of all shapes and sizes.
Nice.
We go check out the room then. I think Mao, didn't you want to do a bunch of scrying that we were gonna take care of?
Oh yeah, I did. I wanted to scry on. I know everybody else had a few names too. Tragedy. We're trying to see if I can tag Prien, see if she shows up.
Juliana.
Yeah, Juliana, Peggy, and Festar. I think it was Festar, because I want to see how each level of the Aloran city is doing.
Oh, would it be a good idea to also scry on Espinor?
Who?
Egrenor.
Oh,
Egrenor.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Yeah. I was like,
Pablo
Espinor?
Escobar?
Who? But we should probably kind of do that in the room.
Yeah, I'm kind of just maybe nudging Mao, like, did you want to do the scrying now? And we can go check out
Yeah.
We could also eat and refuel and rest a little bit because I think Zuzu might need it. Mao is fine. I'm not worried about Mao. I'm a little bit more worried about Zuzu.
The moment
I think
I
we
would say the
did.
moment that Zumosu tried saying, "Oh, we should go scry," Mao's just like, "Oh, right," and tries stuffing all the food in her mouth.
I mean, I think we had already eaten because we had because last time I was talking about is this food at least pretty good and stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think we are relatively recharged. We haven't slept, so
No.
that's. But
But the
in
room,
terms
and
of-
unless anybody wants to talk to anybody, it's
Yeah.
I wanna go to my bed and just see what Mao's cooking on because I wanna see if we can find some people's too.
Snooper. Narc.
Yeah.
So, if you want to go head up to your bed, you can. I believe the food was to die for last time. I think I described it last time. Though I don't have.
Meats and fruits.
Yeah, it was a lot of meats and fruits. I guess those who are going up to the room to scry, is it just Zumasu
and Mao, I believe.
and Mao?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the two of you are going to go up to your room. The rooms are relatively simple, but they are inlaid with stone that's been carved along the walls with various patterns, and bedecked with rugs and pillows and pretty much everything you could ask for. It's like a fancy Disney hotel.
It's like Tanagrin's tower and the orgy thing.
Sure.
Now say this out loud.
Nope. Just looking at it, going, and then look at you and go, begin scrying. First one would definitely be tragedy, and then Brienne.
Okay. So you begin scrying on tragedy. Geez, what time of day is it? Let me roll for it. 'Cause
To eat lunch or dinner? Yeah.
Oh, that's also. I'm kind of curious. Does the light from the volcano sort of make this always feel like daytime? Is there ever actually a
I wouldn't
night?
say daytime. I would say there's a dim light through most of the place that is open to the lava. Otherwise, torches bedeck a lot of the insides of the walls, as well as continual flame spells, magical lighting. But the top of this this city is exposed to the sky, so it does have a day-night cycle.
I just didn't know if it was always in sort of a twilight or dusk kind of feeling, just because of all the light around it.
No. And I'm gonna say it's late afternoon. So some people are still eating lunch. So Mao, you're scrying on tragedy, gazing into the amber orb, and I guess we'll just see if this is a success.
I just sit on the floor in the middle of the room and get comfy.
Okay, you see tragedy. Tragedy is actively negotiating with a customer. You don't recognize the customer, but they seem to be arguing over a cabinet of some sort. Tragedy is doing their best to try and sell this thing, and one of the goblins is popping out of it, and they look like they have the face of a merfolk. It's the cabinet of disguise that you had been witness to earlier. The person doesn't seem impressed with the goblin's display. Tragedy seems to be going after them and stopping them from leaving, and eventually does seem to begrudgingly make a sale of a smaller mirror-like item. But otherwise, they seem fine.
Good for him. Yeah. I'm proud of them. I also like the customer's taste. Equally not impressed with that wardrobe. So I guess next we'd try and scry on Brienne.
Right. You try and scry on Brienne, but it does not work.
Is it a person, an object, or a place?
I believe you can do a
Or is
place
it
that you're familiar with. Don't know about object. Look it up.
I think you can do object, and it's a similar sort of amount of area.
Yeah, I mean,
Because if so, I was thinking maybe she's protected by the magical items. What if the magical items are not protected? We can scry on them.
I always thought of those protections as like a bubble around the area.
Okay, it does not say object, it's just a location or a creature.
Okay, that's fine.
Neat.
Juliana next.
Okay, you scry on Juliana. I might need to think for a moment.
I think the last we knew, Peggy and Juliana were being held in some sort of uncomfortable facility, and Giblet was not within Juliana's
Yeah.
presence.
Giblet was probably popped.
Yeah.
It does look
Or-
like situation has not changed. They are in the same predicament. They look increasingly dirty, as if they have not showered, and they are kind of just huddled next to each other
They're in jail,
inside
right?
of a cell of some sort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You see-
at least they have each other.
You see
They're
dark
not
stone.
in jail. They're imprisoned.
Yeah. You see dark
Could be
dark
closed basement
stone.
as
You
well.
see like mildewy walls. You see iron bars. There's nothing much else in the room save for buckets and spent meal trays.
They've got it rough.
Boom Crash now has message, right?
Sending.
Yep. I have
Okay.
sending.
What's the
Sending,
range on
yeah.
sending anyway?
That's
I think
infinite.
it's as long as you're. Yeah, I think it's just you have to be in the same plane.
Okay, I'm just saying, since we have scrying stuff, when we do need to coordinate shit, we could probably do some things.
Yes.
Couldn't you ask them what they know? As the way sending works, they can respond, right?
Ooh. It's actually across any distance and any plane of existence.
Yes, as long as you can find them and they're not like being observed, you could just basically mentally talk to them to see what's up.
That's fair.
Just saying that for maybe later.
That would be very
Um,
interesting. But are you sure they can speak back?
I think sending allows them to respond.
You send a short message. And can answer in a like manner immediately.
The
Okay.
issue with the amount of stuff you can communicate is kind of limited.
Yeah. 25
it's-
words or less.
Well, all right. I mean, I guess the question would be too: is if we can scry on them, that means they're not in an area that is protected from magic. So sending should technically get to them.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Where if we
Yeah.
can manage to get a scry on
Yeah.
a target, now that Boom Crash has sending, we could actually start maybe coordinating a little bit when we do need to get to that road or to find out information.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll switch. I'm gonna roll
I'm
my
gonna
fingers
leave
across
the
like
scrying
changing a
orb
channel.
in your hands now because I think I'm gonna say I kind of trust you, and that's a pretty important piece we now gotta keep an eye on.
I just kind of like look up at you because I'm sitting on the floor, just making like this weird questionable face. Like, you sure? All right, whatever. I'll flip through it like flipping through a channel, and I go, all right. Well, we get a few more, so hold on. Egrenor. See if I can find him. I'm not as
Hopefully he's
familiar with
back.
him, but we did fight him, so I know what he looks like. I don't think we can hear you, Chris.
Sorry, I muted myself.
There you go.
Why did I do that?
I don't know.
I don't know why I
Oh,
would have
no,
muted
you're-
myself.
Plus,
I'm the DM. Why would I do that? So,
The gods must be silenced.
you attempt to scry on Edgrenor. You recognize his image, but it does not send anything back through the orb. It's unreachable.
All right. Well,
We
It
can't tell if
probably
it,
means magic warding because that thing seemed pretty powerful and he knows his shit. So
yeah. Ooh, jaguar.
himself. I mean, you could try, but I'm guessing he's probably gonna be able to beat it.
I mean, she seems pretty powerful, but who knows? We'll see. Jaguar.
Certainly try.
Ah-cha-cha-cha-cha. It's like Magic 8 Ball. I'm gonna shake the scrying orb and look in.
You attempt to scry on the jaguar, but nothing reveals itself.
Bastard. Was there anybody else? Am I missing anyone?
You could check on Maria for me.
What was the name of her boyfriend? The lion dude?
I honestly can't remember. I have to look through my notes.
Jade.
Jade Shard.
Jade Shard. Piece of Jade. I'm gonna look up Piece of Jade.
Ugh.
Look up Jade Shard. Okay. It's a little bit fuzzy because you're not as familiar with them except with a passing glance, but you do eventually come upon them. It looks like they are currently overlooking a battlefield, much like the one that you guys were just at. They bear the mark of one of the Hazel Knights.
Is the battlefield very similar to the one we were just
It's the
very
exact
similar.
one.
Okay, I was
Uh-oh.
about to say, do we need an insight to like see which area? Got it.
No,
Okay.
you recognize the space.
That's hilarious, actually.
I'll
Does it-
shake and go to
okay.
Maria. I'm curious if Maria's there as well. Just
Yeah,
kinda-
actually, can you just double check and see if you're gonna do Maria too? Can you see if they look like they saw battle? Like, okay, basically look if their armor and shit looks tarnished in the way that somebody would from a battle versus
Oh,
we've seen
alright.
the other.
That's fine. The orb's only gonna show me so much. If you
I'm,
want
I'm
to
saying just do an insight on what they're wearing because you can see it better since you're using.
Are they bloody? Did they look like they get stabbed? Okay, cool. I stare into the orb and I look for Maria.
It looks like Maria is, in fact, at the same battlefield, though they are in a different place. It looks like they have set up camp on the outskirts of the fortress. There are
Your
many other
girlfriend's
people
fine.
that they are ordering around.
So infer that they're reinforcements more than part of. Okay. that's
Right.
good.
So the good news is Maria's fine. The bad news is that Jade Shard is fine. So we'll work on that.
I'm gonna be worrying about New Dawn and Maria now. Anyway,
I think those were the major ones.
that's all for now.
Y'all got too many friends and enemies.
And enemies, yeah.
Enemies
Wait.
now.
The last one. The asshole that we all love and know, a Taurus.
We haven't been able to scry on him before.
These
I
pockets.
know.
I'm
Much like the
pleased.
same, there is no response.
Bastard. Alright, well.
I wonder about
Yeah.
Ostrich a little
Oh,
bit.
I was thinking about them. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's go and look for Ostrich, see how they're doing.
Really nosy.
Well, because when was the last time we saw them? Was near...
When we were on the road and we ran into them and I talked too much.
Yeah.
Yes. You attempt to scry on Ostrich.
It was after the boblins or whatever they were called.
Boggles. You scry on
God,
Ostrich,
man, shit.
and you do see Ostrich. They are... It looks like they are trudging about in some sort of dark sewer-like place. They're trudging through ankle-deep water, covered in waste, and are in a dark enclosed hallway. Looks like they have a small group of people with them.
Yeah, that makes sense. I have a feel. I just look up. I'm like, well, got Ostrich. They're doing all right. I think they might be down inside the tunnels for a Taurus, or at least maybe coming back from the teleportation circle. One or the other. Either
In
going
the
to or coming back.
sewers. Actually, now I'm starting. Maybe we call it for now, but there is a bunch of people we know that maybe we should and shouldn't be concerned about. Maybe we should start figuring out what we're gonna do for talking to genies, I guess.
Yeah, we do have a
Yeah.
mission, so let's stick with the mission objective.
Yeah. It's
I
good
say
to
I'm
see
gonna
what's
order
happening.
some room service, and then we can take a nice rest and go collect information tomorrow.
Okay,
Kind of my vote.
you get some room service. Amon and I guess Boom Crash was with Amon.
Yep.
Down in the food court, the main area.
What time is it right now, though?
I said it was around 2, so with the scrying, that'll probably finish up around 3.
Okay.
I thought it was later in the day.
Yeah, I said
Oh.
late afternoon.
I feel like I should figure out what to do. So I think I'm gonna head down after I finish my meal. I think I'm gonna head downward toward the lower spires.
On your
Okay,
own.
somebody else has he's not getting rid of me that easily. I'll come along, but I also would like to know who has the walkie-talkies.
I
Earrings?
think we still do.
I think
Me-
Sumo
I-
Sunamon.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I thought
So I
it
guess
was
you-
Mao
Okay.
and Zumasu, as you guys were going back and forth on
So
the.
I will
Whoa.
have to take one because the I was since I'm the one that's asking, I'm here, and I asked you guys to ask for me. So I
Right,
have
because
one.
we switched up the
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know
you switched it up.
walkie-talkies at the top tower.
if I don't know who has the other end though. I don't know if
I
it's
have the
Mal
other
or
end.
you have the other end.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I'm happy. Let's go.
You guys are gonna go. All right. Don't do anything too crazy, guys, because we want to be on our full game. Just get information, you know.
Okay. You
We'll be
scarf down
fine.
your food, or what you want to scarf down, and make your way out. You've already paid, so there's no use in waiting for the bill. And you start heading downward into the lower spires. I'll just keep you guys up here.
Well, if I'm gonna be stuck in a room with Zamosu, I'm just gonna be working on puzzles and stuff. So let's go dig into that cipher.
Sure.
Paying extra money for some liquor and pondering things.
You head out
So you
and
can- yeah.
go get some liquor from the room service. We'll get to that. So, Amon and Boomcrash, while they're off scrying, you guys decide to head down. You descend into these dark caverns that are pockmarked with like coral that's long dead, jutting out from the walls, made out of brass and stone. Head into these various tunnels connecting towers that kind of jut out of the bottom here. And there are 3 main places on this level, at least. It looks to be more of a factory sort of setting with huge pipes everywhere as well, blasting steam and various liquid metals and stones everywhere. But you mostly find that in this area called the Brassworks. You see the sign for it occasionally with just arrows, as well as didactic locations for parts of a factory. You can see a whole troop of Azers, which are bearded, like fire-bearded dwarves, and they are all bustling about making brass for the rest of Famladan. It is not what you're looking for, though, so you continue your way on. There are 2 other locations here. One being a shop called Pyramine's Potions. It looks to be some sort of potion place. You pass by it because it's not what you're looking for.
Boomcrash makes a note of it and is like, Amon, we should probably hit that place on our way back so we can stock up on potions and healing supplies.
I just nod.
Yeah. Especially if Zuzu is going to be down for the count, so we want to be conscientious of that.
I'm gonna
Okay.
comment that the for a man whose abilities aren't supposed to be working, like he seems pretty relaxed.
Yeah,
Meanwhile-
which makes
meanwhile,
me
I'm
more
drinking
nervous.
stuff. Meanwhile, I did order a bunch of room service basically for myself.
Oh God, that is true.
I hope you didn't touch the
coping?
fridge.
Is this you coping?
You know the
Stuck in a
fridge
room with
isn't
Mal
paid for.
encouraging it.
I said I went down to get it from room service. It's cheaper than getting the mini fridge. I got
I eat when I'm upset.
how much would it be actually to get like a few bottles of stuff?
So, like I said, everything here is up costed a bit. Are you looking
5
for
golds.
good stuff or cheap stuff?
Probably at least one good and then a bunch of cheap. So, probably like a keg, a handle of something really strong but kind of nasty, and then like a nice bottle of wine.
5 gold pieces will get you the nasty stuff, but it'll be upwards of 200 gold pieces to get fancy, Genasi wine.
Jesus.
I won't- I hear that, but I'm just like, you know what? Just give me 3 of the nasty stuff, and I give him 15 gold.
Right. The bartender hands you stuff.
So flashback to the other group
I'm
talking
gonna
about
nod
how
and
he's
just hurry
handling
back
it
to
so
my
well.
room.
Zim also seems to be handling things well. 3 of the nasty
Chug.
stuff, please.
Just kind of look at Mao and it's just like, oh, did you want me to get you anything?
I'll get it
With
for
like
myself,
3 of
don't
these
worry.
kegs in my hands.
Drink, 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 drink.
Mao, did you want anything?
I think I'll be good.
Okay, I'll just be over here for a little bit.
All right. Amon, you guys make a mental note of the potion shop down on this level, and walk downward through a ramp. You see a few passing Genasi. You haven't seen too many of any other type other than glowing red covered with embers or filled with smoke and dust. Eventually you find yourself in a chamber that is almost entirely like half filled with smoke, and the place is just filled with fire elementals, jinns, and genasi. I guess technically Ifriti, not jinns. There is a glowing ember sign that says the name of this, what looks to be a bar in Ignan. It sounds fiery. But if nobody can read it, that's fine. There just seems to be a tavern of sorts there in this area.
I'm curious. I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay.
Yeah, that you can't.
So you cast Comprehend Languages. Your vision interprets this place. It is known as the Choke House. And you can hear lots of people speaking in their native Ignan tongue. This appears to be a fire elementals only establishment. You are getting some unusual looks about the Choke House.
That makes me think that we should definitely not go in there. Okay, let's go.
You pass by, going out a different way you came in to try and make progress. There is a rather hefty-looking ember elemental that watches your entrance and exit. You eventually find your way into
I
a...
sort of wave sheepishly, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Word.
Their glowing eyes just kind of blink as you move on. You find yourself in a wide open stone area filled with a colonnade, or spiraled with a colonnade, and you can see various small little tiny mephits, little flying elementals moving about. This place looks much fancier than the rest of the establishment that you've been perusing. You've made your ways into the lower area in this big upside-down dome here. Although from the inner parts where you guys are, it looks like there is a dome facing the right way inside as well, over your heads. It looks like there is a large staircase heading downward, almost like into a train station, it kind of looks like. Although it's obviously not, that's just for visual architectural reference for you.
Mhm.
It looks like this is a very busy area. There aren't too many genasi hanging around aside from these mephits.
Oh.
Yeah, and like is like everyone's going somewhere busy, or is it just nobody and
As in, everybody's going somewhere. Everybody seems to have something to do. They're flying about the upper parts of these columns. They're flitting in and out of various doorways to the sides of the room. And there's a few occasionally going down this large set of stairs, which you now notice is in fact flanked by two what looked to be statues, but are in fact large elemental myrmidons, like the ones you faced before.
it seems official. Let's go down there then.
Okay. Let's go. I'm
Stopping up. I
I'm gonna
assume
pass
so.
this stepping stone to Mao.
Okay.
Oh no. Zuzu is checked out.
It doesn't want to make any drunk calls.
That's fair.
I might not be in the best consultation mode, so I'll just let you handle this. I think they'll be fine, right? I say
Yeah.
now.
At
Yeah.
least you reckon. At least now you're one of those people who are like, no, I can totally drive home.
Take the keys, please. I know this is too far.
Okay. You guys head to the area with the Myrmidons. They stop you at the entrance, and one of them holds up a small brazier and lights it with flame. It scorches up like a little flash of dust, and a small fire mephit appears. Hello. Can I help you? Welcome to the Primordium Court. What can Emberwind do for you?
Hi.
We're here to make an inquiry. I wanna just blurt.
Petitioners, please, come forth. I will take you to the waiting room.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. What did you say your name was again?
Emberwind, my dear, but I am but humble servant.
Emberwyn. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So Emberwind hops out of her brazier and scrambles on the stairs for a bit before hopping up into her fiery wings, leaving a smoky trail behind her. And she says, "Come on, down this way, please." And you guys follow her down. You head into another similarly wide open area. It has giant columns of brass with gold filigree wrapped around their base and capital. There are arches between them made out of suspended elements, like little pebbles floating in the air for stone, clouds for wind, water for, water, and of course, bright yellow flame. The room is noticeably empty, with rows and rows of seats that look to be covered in like a thin film of dust. Although the room is well lit, as if it's perfectly suitable for business. Emberwyn leads you over to a seat, and she kind of like blows a little fire over the dust. Here, please take a seat. I will notify the leaders of your presence.
Emberwyn, one thing real quick.
Yes?
I would assume, just by the nature of this place and why people come here, that people seek audiences fairly frequently. Is that not the case?
We're always busy.
Oh, I guess the waiting room. I don't know. Do you need me to start cleaning up? I'd be happy to do so. It seems a little dusty.
Of course not. It's just the elements collect on the seats.
Oh.
Besides,
I
it's not your
understand.
job. I'll go and get their highnesses. I'm sure that they will be happy to see petitioners.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
She flaps off down the hall and
Somehow,
exits
how
through
they
a
do
small
it.
door.
They're
Okay.
fine.
Sorry, Amon. I just wanted to check to make sure that there wasn't
No, it's
something
very
else going on.
Or like people have requested, and they all got dusted. They all got Thanos.
Maybe make some investigations if you can or something.
Yeah.
If you want to leave, like I perfectly understand. This seems dangerous potentially.
I'd rather not leave you alone. I'm not. No flock member left behind. Mama Bird won't leave you.
Yeah, I'm a bird. Just fluff up a bit, get bigger, be more intimidating.
Oh yeah, I can afford on you and myself.
Thought
Huh?
this was an info collecting meeting.
I can afford on myself and
Death
you.
Ward.
Okay. Thank you. Cool.
Smart.
Cast Death Ward on each other. Zumasu. Meanwhile, up in the gawking human, leave your binge drinking, so I'm gonna have you make
Yeah.
a Constitution saving throw. With advantage, of course. You are a UNT.
Takes a while for me to get drunk most of the time, but I don't have my paladin aura, so that's technically a 20. Damn.
Well, it's still 21. You are able to handle your first drink of that Femme Ladan swill. It tastes like nothing you've really tasted. Doesn't taste great, though. It's very bitter and with a sort of flowery aftertaste.
Did I take like basically from is it basically like vodka type thing?
Did you
Or
say
is it more
vodka?
like yeah.
I suppose so. There's a strange, like, fleck of something in there. It looks reflective. Could be gold, but
It,
doesn't seem like it should be gold.
oh shit. Can I do like a investigation or anything on this?
Uh, do you have proficiency in brewer's tools or alchemist tools?
No, this would just be pure. I don't know. I'd be like, huh, this is weird, and take a look in the bottle and like maybe like put some between my fingers type thing when I see the specs.
Make an extremely, not an extremely, but a very difficult intelligence check.
I might ask for mouse help later.
It's fine. Keep drinking.
God damn it! I wish I had advantage. Should have asked Mal for help.
No, I would have lied.
Yeah, you're not sure what that stuff is, but it's Femme Ladan, so who knows?
I might have fallen into a wild type shit. Okay, anyway.
You continue to drink, so make a new Constitution save. The DC has increased.
I failed.
Well, you still have advantage as a Yuan-Ti.
Oh, then I'm at 17.
17 still makes it. You're, getting... You're able to hold your liquor, because your Yuan-Ti poison resistance and immunity renders alcohol very difficult on you. So, I guess if you're continuing to drink, go ahead and make another one.
The second one, I'd probably ask Mal for help.
Nope, not helping.
No, this seems weird. What is this stuff? Can you take
Sure.
a look?
Take a look at it. I lied. You're just drinking liquid gold. You're fine.
Think it's gonna be suspicious or none?
No, it's a bunch of rich people. They probably have rich things inside their drinks.
Alright, I
Just-
guess
Here you go.
I'll try another intelligence check by myself then if she ain't giving me help.
I'm suddenly regretting going with the responsible child.
Nope.
You can't be everywhere at once.
I
And-
know.
Sumasu, you can't place what that is. Perhaps if you drank more, you might be able to interpret the taste.
Ha.
I got a 15.
At this point, you are getting tipsy, which is not usual for a Yuan-Ti, but usual for most people after their third glass of alcohol within an hour.
Yeah, that is my question. Would we say I've drunken about half of one bottle or what? How much would it?
So you probably got a bottle of it, or you said 3 bottles, right?
I got 3 bottles. Yeah, I'm probably working my way down through one, so I'm wondering how far along I am.
Probably have one more cup left in there.
Yeah, we'll finish the bottle and I'll probably call it a day.
Probably call it a day.
Don't worry, Mal. This is the last bit.
Disappointed look crosses her face.
I still get a 17.
At this point, you are completely drunk. It starts to completely fill your system, and you're losing control a bit of your motor functions. Mao seems to be perfectly fine.
I just had maybe a
Alright, now
sip
you
to
can
taste
take
now I'm
these-
watching.
Pull up my bag. I think I'm gonna take a lie down. I got to where I need to be.
This is therapy level.
That's
It
fair.
takes a while, Just make sure to keep tabs on them. Don't want nothing bad happening. I can hop up if I need to.
Uh-huh. I think they can handle themselves. You go lay down.
All right. You're gonna be responsible, right? In case they
I-
need help.
Not leaving the room. Don't worry.
I mean, that's not what I meant, but sure. All right.
Alright. You guys are handling it up there. Amon, Boom Crash, it's going on about an hour now, and nobody has been there to see you.
Ah, it's one of those.
The DMV. Got it.
Yeah. Well, the chairs are arranged in a row, right? I'm going to lay on the 3 rows, 3 of the chairs.
It is a another cylindrical chamber, and most of the chairs are all facing not chairs, but benches are all radiating out from the center in concentric circles. But yeah, you're still able to do what you wanted to do, leaning across 3 rows.
In the fetal position. That'll make things easier.
You what?
The fetal position. That'll make things easier.
All right, you get into a fetal position on the bench.
Boom Crash is
Alright.
mildly worried, but she's studying her spell book that I still have no idea what spells are in it.
Sure.
Yeah, you actually got time to do this.
Yeah.
Is this the
This
one?
is the one from the smuggler's cache that we got back in I'm blanking on the name of the city. New Dawn.
Yes. Okay.
Oh right, the scorpion version of a drow.
Yeah. Yeah. No, what
Yeah, it was the
What?
smuggler's cache underneath, wasn't it?
There was.
I don't remember any of that, but I just remember it was in New Dawn.
Yeah, there was like a half scorpion elf with scorpion like skin
Got
like a
it.
tail.
Got it. Okay. I remember.
underneath the spittle spittoon, I think. That's where you
Yeah.
found
Where we off Team Rocket.
where you
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
got the
there
help
was
of
Team Rocket. I got it.
Okay. You look within, and you can see a lot of what looks to be lightning-based magic. There's the most formidable spell in the book is probably a 3rd level spell called Lightning Bolt.
Oh, yes. Okay. Bolt. 3rd level. Excellent. Okay.
There's
That makes me
also
a very
a
happy little man.
there's also a 2nd level spell that acts like Scorching Ray, but it in fact does lightning damage instead of
Ray,
fire.
but light. Me.
Scorching ray a cantrip?
No.
Okay.
It is a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
And there is one more spell in it. Well, 2 more spells. There's also a Thunderwave spell in it, and a Fog Cloud.
Okay. Fog Cloud I already have, which is perfectly fine, but the other 3 are fabulous. So I'm going to start copying these down into my spell book.
Sure. And you can call Scorching Ray Shocking Ray,
Okay, got it.
which is also the name of my uncle. So, anyway, you are going over those. You can, I believe, in this time, put the any of the 1st level spells in there. So Thunderwave or Fog Cloud, but you already have Fog Cloud.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put Thunderwave in there. Thank you.
Okay, I think it costs 50 gold pieces per spell level.
Yep.
All right. You spend the materials, and you're kind of laid out across a few benches as you're copying this into your book of spells. Amon continues to lay in a fetal position, pondering whether the dust is human or not. Kind of collecting it into a small pile into your hands, and then letting it fall to the bench.
Flaky as people.
Just to say. A little bit after the hour, Emberwyn opens the hefty door that she left through. Oh, if you'd like, they are ready to see you.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Before I go in, any piece of advice or anything I need to should have asked before, but Anything I should do or bring?
Anything you can do, it would be helpful.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank
that's,
you.
Just be on your
That's
best behavior.
that's ambiguous and ominous. All right. let's
Okay.
go in.
I'm gonna sort of just I'm crowding close to you because
Okay,
I
was
want to
gonna
be
say,
able to
would you go
elbow you
alone?
just in case, to shut you up just in case.
Okay. Do you want to go alone? Do you want me to go alone? Because you seem scared.
No, I don't trust you to go alone.
Ah,
Nice.
yes, I'm a responsible child. That's why you can't
Did you
leave.
check in with Mao or anything?
No.
I haven't checked in. I'm just waiting, watching.
Well,
about
I'm
to.
saying Boom Crash technically, or no, Amon
I
has
know.
the
No,
stuff.
no,
I
I
know.
don't. It's all on him. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, you could also ask him to, if you're
I
getting
could,
worried.
but I'm not gonna.
hell yeah.
All right, let's see this disaster.
Doing it live.
All right. You guys make your way across the room, your feet pads echoing across the large brass chamber. You're met by a swell of heat as you walk amidst a spiral staircase heading downward. It's a wide spiral that goes back onto the same chamber, but below the one that you were. You're now roughly in where this big dome is on the map in the Primordium Court. And find yourself in the lowest chamber of Famladan, and the heat kind of gives way to a rush of wind and spray of salt and a bit of wetness and humidity, until your eyes kind of like adjust to this dark, almost night sort of lighting throughout the room. And you see before you a wide pool of what you thought was water, because it seems to act like it, but it's reflecting what appears to be a night sky with countless stars sparkling throughout it. An endless empty void, it appears. And across from you, you see various treasures, about 4 of them. There's like a large, opulent, what looks to be a bottle with like a gemstone the size of your fist on top of it, glistening with metal filigrees. There's a brazier that is wide with various flame-touched handles around the sides of it, sitting on a clawed base. There's a big lantern that is like bowed out at the sides and looks to be a web of wind. And the final one that you can see is a large chest that might hold treasure of some sort, but it is made entirely out of various jewels and precious minerals, all elegantly placed throughout. And these items float in relatively even spacing on the opposite side of this pool. As you guys approach the pool, you hear a voice boom throughout the chamber. Approach! And before you, the pool has a big wide bridge manifest over it, as if stones are falling up and out of the pool and arranging themselves into this bridge for you guys to walk upon. You guys do?
Follow the instruction.
Yep, I'm following close behind, and I'm sort of marveling at how beautiful this place is. But I'm not touching anything because I've learned my lesson.
Touch nothing.
Yes,
but the
this,
light.
this chamber is fairly wide. It's got the same sort of designs with the archways made out of elements, the various huge ass like columns and colonnades spinning around the room. There's several rows of columns. In fact, the room is, like I said, nighttime in color and lighting. As you guys walk up, the bridge kind of ends at the center of the pool, and as it does, there is a boom and a whoosh as the bottle opens and a genie manifests forth. The chest opens and a genie manifests forth from it. The lantern ignites with flame and a genie manifests forth. The final brazier appears to be rather empty. And let's get these guys in here for you. The first to appear is the Air Genie. I am Kazmuash, the Enlightened, and I am the Genie of Air that rules over Famladan with my wizened spirit. The next to appear is a Dao, a Earth Genie. I am Jiawel the Shrewd, and with my intrepid intellect, I rule over Famladan. And the final to appear is the Flaming Genie, Ifriti, rather. And I am Zosmabod the Prudent, and with my discerning, I rule over Famladan. And they speak together. What do you seek of us?
I bow, and
Good call, good call.
and I tug Amon's sleeve to bow as well.
Okay. I'm just gonna slowly follow, and then go. I seek to stop the cessation of souls flowing into the road god Encabulus.
Kazmuash strokes his long beard. Explain.
I have been ordered by my lord Nerul to see this be done. Encabulos is taking the souls of certain individuals, taking them hostage, if you will, into the afterlife, away from the Nerul's judgment of death. I am under orders to rectify the situation so the cosmic order may be in a line.
Restored.
Zosmabad nods and says, and what do you think that you know of the cosmic order?
Only what I've been told.
What you've been told is wrong. We genies do not have the power to bend the wills of the deities. Primordials have long been separate from the affairs of the gods.
Is there anything you can do to aid me in this quest then?
You seek a wish. This is true?
That is true. That is why I sought this place out, and that hence why I was guided.
Zosmabad kind of looks at the other two genies here. Giawel speaks up and says, what do you have to offer us in return for such a mighty, powerful wish to bend the cosmic order beyond its normal means?
I see that if these objects are of your interest, then I can offer items that I have. If there's anything else that you might request, then I am all ears.
They look at each other. "Hmm. What do you have to offer?" says Kazmuash.
Good thing
Um,
you have the party bank with you.
Sure.
No, I'm gonna start with my own stash because it seems only fair. Um, God damn it, why can't I scroll through this thing? All right, I'm gonna start with the obsidian steed. And just kind of go from there. It's like, well, this artifact is the one of the more prized ones I have, and it allows to summon an infernal steed. I do not know if that's something of interest, but I can at least offer this to start with.
The item floats out towards Kazmuash on a small cloud. He looks at it, turns it over in his hand, and passes it on to the other genies. "This artifact is child's play. Finding a simple steed from hell. We have no use for this." "Indeed," says Zosmabad. "This is merely a trinket compared to the wish that you beg of us, to change the flow of souls, the different entire celestial system."
Well,
GOL says, "Indeed, the payment does not exactly fit what you ask of us."
I understand. I thought as much, but I am not much of a. I am not materials endowed, as I can see this opulent chamber will suggest. Uh, if there's anything, I shall offer whatever I have at the moment. I'm just going to just pull out my glove, amulet of health, um, and uh, the cape of Mountback. Just all three out at the time. It's like I am not a blessed man, hence my quest. If there's anything else if there's anything in particular that you ask of me, then I shall do my best to provide.
Kazmuash says, "Well, I'm afraid that your wish is well beyond your means, my child. Your
How would I attain these means then?
would
Do
take
you,
something far greater than what you own. And even then, material wealth has barely a scratch on the celestial bodies. And in fact, your wish, do you really know what it's going to cost you to get it?" Zosmabad kind of slams a scepter down onto the chamber floor, creating like this echo of sparks throughout the room. "A wish is not something to be taken lightly. You must know this, Amon Mat."
I understand the consequence of desire.
Do you? Do you know
Yeah,
what it will cost to bend the cosmos?
no, but that's but of
You can also
but
ask for counsel.
I am but I have been called many things, and fool one of them is because I'm willing to make the necessary payments if necessary. So, what are the terms that I may? Um, y- it appears that the upstairs, up above, lies a thriving commerce. So I ask, what is the payment that's required that I may deliver upon the payment?
The genies look at each other.
And if I may interject, I'm here to support my friend and flock member. If there's anything that I can provide as well to support him, I will do so.
GOL looks at you and says, "Small thing, what can you offer for your friend?"
I have gold and treasures from our adventures, but as was already established, I don't know if that'll be enough in order to pay for the favor. I have the Ion Stone, I have the Rod of the Pact Keeper, my Wand of Permafrost, Wing of Protection, and the Atlas of Endless Horizons are probably the biggest ones, and the Gauntlet of Fireball.
Again, you offer mere trinkets. I'm afraid that we cannot be of any help to you. Not with these mere things. And that being said, says Zosmabad, you lack the willpower. You think you know what you want with this wish, but I do not sense anything from you that says that you want it badly enough. Get them out of
Alright.
here.
No. Okay. No. I I have been denied far too long. If you can, you still haven't asked for the. If you wish to truly bargain, then you will name your price.
My friend, I do not think that you can pay it.
Answer, then issue the price.
It's not for sale.
Is there something more personal that we could provide? Either my ability as a Kenku, is it something more mythic? My Devil's Sight, something that was gifted to me from a patron? Or is there someone that you want us to find? There's no...
GOL looks at Zosmabad and says, if they have powers to offer, that might be something of use to us. Perhaps if they offered something powerful enough. Impossible. There is nothing powerful enough that they could offer to meet the requirements for this wish.
We're also expendable. So if there's a favor...
What are you saying, Amon?
What is you keep on saying there's a requirement that we cannot pay, but you won't name the requirement. Then it is you are true. You are the creator of your own truth. You cannot pay what we do not know.
I did not come here to beg logic from my ruled. You are my subjects in Famladan, and you will abide by my rules that I set, says Zosmabad. And it is not for sale. Your wish will never come true, Amon. I don't think you have anything to offer me that I could possibly want. You've been here long enough for me to observe that. You may not know it. You may not believe it. You may think you have a way to argue. But you will not have that wish.
What about does he speak for both of you as well? Like a point to the air and the... I don't know what the Gyrell's deal is. I don't know which element. Water, I assume?
No,
she's a Dao.
Earth.
She's Earth.
Oh, Earth. Right, I completely forgot. Okay, yeah.
You look at them, and they look to Zosmabad, and then back at you. We are all in accordance, says Cosmoash, and GOL says, it is in agreement that we do not grant this wish. We unfortunately must ask you to leave.
Okay, we understand. Thank you.
Very well.
And bow and exit. Thank you so much for your time, mighty lords. Have a blessed day.
Be prudent in all of your deals, and think before you act, and may your spirit be in line with your true will. And they disappear within their compartments as the bridge disappears somewhat quickly behind you. You make your way back. Emberwyn is cowering at the bottom of the steps. Please, Follow me.
Okay. Thank you, Emberwin. We appreciate it.
And
Has
Emberwyn
anyone
leads you out.
ever gotten their wish? Have you ever observed anyone getting their wish?
Not many people get what they wish for. Certainly not recently.
Is it because of the someone seems to be missing?
Well, someone is missing. We haven't seen the fourth ruler in a long time. Many, many months. I think a year now.
Would you be willing to tell me what happened, my dear?
I know not. I am just a humble servant.
What was their name?
Servant observes many things.
I do. But I did not observe when they left. I simply came in one day and Shizarim was gone.
And
you say-
Shizarim.
Disappeared or did not appear in where they should have been?
She just did not appear. She normally comes forth from the brazier. It's filled with a liquid.
Was there... What was she like? What was her honorific? There was the shrewd, the enlightened, the prudent,
Shizarim the sagacious.
the sagacious. That's a good one.
Cicada? Got it.
They all are considered the wisest amongst all genie kind. That is why they rule. Yet they haven't made too many decisions as of late. Famladan has been mostly on its own.
Okay. What was something that Shizarim the Sagacious was interested in? Did she have any interests or...
She was an avid learner. She would often use tales from her books, to try and, intuit responses to people that would ask things of them. Basically, a well-learned person of the past. Also quite fond of riddles.
Okay. That's good to know.
Do miss her.
Well, that's something, and I think that might be a good lead. Something to look at in the future. But Emberwind, thank you. Thank you so much for your guidance. We do appreciate it.
Of course. Well, I think we're at the end here, and you are at the kind of entryway to the Primordium Court.
Mhm.
So I'll take my leave. Have a good
Have
day.
a beautiful day.
Oh, I will. And she hops inside of her brazier and collapses into dust.
Oh, that's so fucking cute.
Emberwyn. I love her.
What is she technically?
She's a fire mephit. And it's Ember and then W-Y-N.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So that, I think, concludes your visit with the Primordium Court.
Damn it! I'm gonna be very pissed.
But you're not dust, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You did get TPK'd.
No. It's worse. I have nothing. That's even worse.
We have a lead. We can
Gotta
find
give-
this chick and
the op
trade her
services.
for riddles. Like, that's great.
Also, yeah,
Okay.
because she might have the same amount of power as the rest of the group, but might not agree with them.
Okay, the two things I find interesting is this: genie kind, meaning there's other genies around potentially.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You've seen some, but they've largely been in the background or in leadership positions throughout Famladan. It's mostly Genassis here.
Which are humanoid plane touch from the material realm, right?
Kind of. They're basically elemental humanoids.
Okay.
Some of them are half genies. yes, but others are just natives to their own elemental plane here.
Okay.
Big spot.
Secondly, my concern is this: is like you say a lead, but if they claim to be that powerful as they seem, why the hell they can't find this thing? Also,
Also, they're indecisive without her. So really, it's the only lead we got.
yeah, and my other question is this: if this is also weird, there's some assumption that the person is missing as well. Like, did they actually want this? Do you think? Because the alternate solution is that she is taken out of quote unquote out of the picture,
Mhm.
Possible.
and then now that they've actually gotten power or whatever, it's like things aren't as peachy as they thought it would be.
I
And
mean, yeah, I'm thinking subterfuge to be honest.
You're drunk. You ain't thinking.
yeah,
I mean, this is all I'm talking out of character.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It could be too because like, if you look at the elements, water balances fire. So maybe
Yeah.
because they're out of balance, fire has more power right now. Which
I
is
do
why
think
they
that
look-
the fire one is kind of fucking obnoxious. I do really hate that guy.
maybe he's just mad and upset that Shizarim isn't around. Maybe that's like his bae, and he's just all cranky because he just wants a cuddle.
But I really do think
That's even
unless
grosser.
you're like offer like soul levels or like extreme feats of greatness type thing, you're not gonna get anything out of it because they don't
Yeah.
care about gender. So it's like you either have to figure out how to basically
our
devote
only
yourself
lead
to them,
is to
or-
find her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our only lead is to find her. And either way, it's a win because she goes back and they're grateful and they grant a wish. Or she doesn't
does.
want to go and
get a wish
we
from
amuse
her.
her with some riddles and she grants a wish in response.
Or we
So-
can tell her how much of a dick the rest of them are, and then probably still grants us a wish anyway, just to piss them off.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, my,
Depends on
We
how
can
much
play it by
subterfuge
ear.
there was.
my
Yeah,
personal
but that's
first lead is that we go back to Sumoso and Mao because they got the scrying thing. We can always try
Mhm.
scrying.
Mhm.
And secondly, I say we go back to the was it the confluence that we
The
saw?
confluence, yeah. That was
Oh.
The library thing, right?
the library. Yep.
Do you remember the name of the fellow that you had met last time?
Nope, I asked for his name and spelling, and I didn't get it. It starts with a T.
Terrawin.
He has rad hair.
Their name is Terrawin.
Tara
Uh,
Win.
I'll put it
Terrawin?
in... Yeah, they have a simpler spelling.
why'd I use a Y in my
Tara
spelling?
Win. Okay.
Because I
Yeah,
tricked you with Emberwin.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
Why is an I in that spelling?
actually,
One's
only
English, one's Genasi.
Yeah, I keep on thinking when. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, because if she is supposedly the quote unquote the bookworm, like I'm sure the academics will probably know much about that person.
hmm
Also, a genie
Exactly.
could be hiding amongst the people within this city.
I mean,
Or in one of the temples, because
Yeah.
remember there are 4 elemental temples around the arcane wreath, and we can ask the water one for leads.
The question is also this: so now that we've made a full cycle, is there any kind of trend of something being wrong? Because they say like it's because the Emberwind said the decisions aren't being made, but do decisions need to be made? Like, is it like a self-functioning system fairly well, or is it becoming Gotham?
I
Like-
mean, it could be. We'd probably have to investigate.
Yeah,
and
you'd probably
talk
have to
people.
look around. You don't get that impression just from your initial walkthrough.
Honestly, I kind of don't care. We have enough political intrigue. Let's just focus on the people right now. We'll run into like
I'm trying to
unrest.
figure out motivations. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, from the people, you can figure out which group to then get leads and stuff. That's kind of where
Like
that comes from.
who's getting stronger, who's getting weaker, and like it's easy to figure out motivations. That's why.
I mean,
Basically,
we
it's
already
just a cuddle.
kind of know.
Telling you it's just a cuddle. He's just extra angry and hot, and he wants to cool off. He's just cranky because
Jesus Christ, Allie.
He's got
We
some
need
cold
more
feet on his back.
information. who's to say that the fire guy did it, out the water person?
This is also true. Yeah.
It could go
Yeah.
either way. They get more info.
Alright, so where are you guys heading? Back to the gawking human?
Potions.
Potions. Okay.
How long have they been gone, by the way? Out of curiosity.
Well, they were gone at least an hour, and that was, I mean, you probably ended your scrying somewhere in the early parts of that hour, so you've probably been hanging around for at least, after your scrying, it's probably been another hour for you, at least.
Okay. Do you want me to roll like intelligence or anything? I want to try and break the cipher.
Okay.
Even though person Ellie has already broken the cipher.
I mean, you don't have to. You, the person, did break the cipher.
I broke
Although
the
you
cipher.
you did it off camera during
I did.
during just our Discord chats at one point.
I can take a picture of my crazy scribbles.
You can
I
if you
saw
want,
your
but
crazy
it does.
scribbles.
It doesn't matter too much. But you do spend some time with the Vintner's cipher, and with Zumasu's drunkenness in the background vaguely distracting you. It takes you a bit, but you eventually find some patterns. Now that you've been with enough roguish types and seeing their thieves' cant or versions thereof, and you think you've put it together, it's something of a pigpen cipher, with the various parts of the wine glass symbol attributing to different letters in the common alphabet. So you think you might be able to solve some of those handouts. I think I still have those. And I
Yeah,
think
I think
you
there's
took
two.
notes of them in canon.
Yeah.
So I can actually get those. These are from way back when you guys first
Way.
infiltrated the... Gosh, it was a whorehouse, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
we
was a
weren't even
brothel.
level 10 yet.
It was a brothel.
Yeah. It
was
was
a
in
brothel.
the basement of the brothel, and then there was also another one when we were passing through with Ostrich. No, someone was leading us out of the.
It was Ostrich, I believe.
It was Ostrich. Okay,
Probably
yeah.
was Ostrich if it
I just remember it was
from
like the vintners, and there was like devils, demons. Fuck. No, those ones are demons.
Yeah, it was these thingies.
Stupid.
You get this one up here.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Look, the only reason why I even took time to work on it is because our friend happened to like play with it. I was like, oh, I figured it out. And I was like, what?
So
No, I have to.
you go through the various sewer graffiti that you found using the key code that you've uncovered, and one of them says Sheath East. Another one says Stinkhouse West. And another says
I think it's Stinkhouse North.
Two Fishes North.
Wait, what is that one saying? No, they're both north.
And
What
another
are they
one
saying?
says Lantern South. Oh, actually, you didn't come across that one. Crypter.
No, that one I don't have. But also the markings for. Actually, I'll look at it. Because I think the markings for like the last word for both Graffiti 4 and Graffiti 2 are the same. But anyway, yeah, I figured that out. Go have fun with potions.
They are the same. That is unusual.
Is one supposed to be west?
I think so. The Stinkhouse is supposed to be west.
Okay, I will write that down.
It must have been north when I was originally doing the map for Allure, and then refixed it.
Mm-hmm.
This was a long time ago.
It's fine. That's even more confusing.
Perhaps it changed. Anywho, you uncover the Vintner's cipher code that they were using to seemingly signpost the sewers for those various places. The Stinkhouse, the Sheath, and the Two Fishes.
Hell yeah. and I will celebrate with wine.
You do. So Boomcrash and Amon, you guys head to the lower spires and head back to that place that you took note of. You head to Pyramine's potion shop, and just outside, there's like a small, like, kind of back alley sort of market. There's a few like food places, but mostly like stores selling adventuring gear, various equipment, and tools, and other household stuff and appliances.
Magic items? Or.
There don't seem to be too many in the way of magic items here.
Okay.
Yeah.
But potions.
But there is a
Healing
potion shop.
potions.
And I'm also going to have you and Amon make perception checks.
That's never a good sign.
Ha! I hope you did better than me.
Or
Are we gonna get pickpocketed? We're gonna get pickpocketed. Nope, no, we're not.
Boomcrash, you are kind of just looking after the potion shop, heading your way downtown. Amon, you are sort of disheartened by the lack of wish spell that you thought you'd have by now, and looking around for an excuse to think about something else. You do note that there is another Ifriti. This one with like a large central horn and a big wicked like clawed hand covered in like lava rocks, and they are talking to a small looking human with a broad mustache and a green turban and a golden scepter in their hand. They seem to be talking to Thrazir.
Hmm.
They are a few buildings down.
You enjoy your shopping. I'm gonna talk with that guy over there.
All right.
Oh. Tell Trazir hi for me.
All right,
And
then.
I will bustle off and check out the potions.
Okay, you head inside the shop. Amon, I guess I'll do you first since this is, I
Yeah.
guess, fairly immediate.
Yeah.
You walk over to Thrazir and this Ifriti. Yes, and of course, I can assure you that the crown is in the utmost perfect condition for your. Just a moment, please. Amon, is that you?
So you can continue. I see that you're busy. I can wait my turn.
No, it can wait. If you are interested, my friend, you can find me in the Forum of the Plains at the usual place, and then we can talk more business. Isn't that right, Singeclaw? The rhino-looking Ifriti looks down at you, Amon. He's roughly twice your height.
Oh boy.
Now, hurry on. We can, of course, do business anytime, but if you want that crown, you're going to have to play nice. Galnumakil, Gastflaga. And he storms off with a blaze of fire, kind of like waving back and forth down the street through this cindery, smoky region. Sorry about that, Amon. Can I help you with something?
Well, I just noticed, yeah, so I came forth. Hope wasn't interrupting anything too important.
No. Just doing some business.
Speaking of business, it appears that transactions are a lot harder to get done in this city. I didn't get my wish. I suspected as such, but it's still unpleasant.
Well, it did take you a mighty quest to, how you say, find Famladan. Perhaps it requires an even more stalwart heart to get a wish from it. I'm sorry you did not find what you were looking for. If you want my advice, Genies they do not care so much for material wealth when it comes to immaterial wishes. If it's simply an exchange, well, that's just business. But asking to bend reality, that's more of a deal.
Well, they didn't ask anything of me.
They
I was surprised.
didn't. Usually they should state their terms. Or at least, that's business.
I asked for the terms, and they said I could not repeatedly. They repeatedly said I could not fulfill their terms, which they did not define. So it was an impasse.
Sometimes these genies don't use logic. You kind of need to play their game a bit. It's a difficult thing. It's a difficult tightrope to walk.
Okay, I know you're a busy man, so let me ask you some questions directly. When were you last here?
Oof. It's been some time. It must have been over a year ago.
Do you know the name Zarum, obviously, correct?
She was one of the rulers here, yes?
Was okay. So you are aware of her disappearance.
A disappearance? Well, that I was not fully aware of. I'd noticed it was a bit hotter here. A bit less water around the rim, if you know what I mean. Well, you perhaps don't. There used to be waterfalls surrounding Famladan, much less fire in the lava pools below. A different but equally pretty sight.
Okay. Well, right now I only met with 3 of them. It appears that there should be a 4th.
Intriguing. I'll have to look into this matter. It could have implications.
Indeed. If you notice anything, I'm sure you have vested interest in what's going on as well. Given this is one of your staging areas, you can meet us at the Gawking Human, or at least you know where I will be at. I assume you're more familiar with the area, so I leave the casual investigations to your trusting hands, and we'll talk.
Sure. I might send you a message since I'm not exactly allowed back at the Gawking Human. But I will talk if I find anything.
Is it named after him?
Oh my god.
Is it named after him?
Have a good day, my good friend Amon.
All right, no problem. I should not pry any further. Be safe.
You as well.
I
Enjoy
told
your
you to
stay.
tell him to say hi.
You bastard!
It is implied.
Boom Crash. You head inside Pyramine's potions, and you see a fire genasi behind the counter. The room is much like the rest of this dank, fiery alleyway, filled with smoke and clouds of dust. The room itself is lined with a billowing fire all around the wall rail of the room, and above those are various shelves filled with either thick glass vials or even small brass vials filled with various liquids. You can see that a lot of the equipment here is made out of brass rather than glass, where it allows. And there's not too many people in here. There's just a few mephits going around doing some either chores or looking for something to buy. It's hard to tell which, because they're just flitting about like mosquitoes. The fire genasi behind the counter kind of leans on their elbows and puts their kind of floating stony face on their hands with their billowing mane of fire behind it. And they just look at you and say, "Can I help you? Welcome to Pyramine's Potions, where all of our things may meet your most vicious fiery need."
Ooh, Oh, that sounds so wonderful. I was wondering, I'm new in town. Do you have any healing potions that you would be willing to sell me? And if so, how many?
Healing potions. Why ever would you need those?
Well, because my friends and I were adventurers, and it took quite some doing to get here, and we're all out.
Well,
It saved our lives on quite a few occasions.
I'm afraid that's not my specialty. But what I can offer, fire-breathing potions. You look like
Ooh.
a nice young chicken that would love to breathe a bit of fire on your foes. Or perhaps if the heat's a little too much for those little feathers, perhaps a fire resistance potion. We also have this elixir of destructive power. It increases your magical fire damage of any sorts. And other humans coming in, at least like this, it's a simple unguent of laser eyes. Lets you shoot lasers, well, from your eyes.
That sounds awesome. How much does the fire resistance potion and the laser eyes potion cost?
I knew that you were someone after my own heart. I feel, for you, I'd think the fire resistance potion can come in easily for 250 gold pieces.
I'm gonna do an inside check to see. Oh, I believe her. And what if we were to do a bundle with the laser eyes potion?
A bundle? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Oh, it's something that I've run into on the road a little bit. If you buy more, it knock off a few gold.
I'm afraid I haven't heard of that. But an intriguing offer. Make a persuasion check.
Okay. This is gonna go badly. Ha! Nope.
I'm afraid that the prices are as I dictate.
Oh, completely understand. So how much would I owe you for both?
For both. Oh, that's right, I didn't tell you how much the laser eyes were. But for the laser eyes, that'll probably run you around 300 gold pieces. So 550.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take both then, if that's okay. And because healing potions is kind of a must, would you be able to point me to where I could get those?
Not sure. Might find better luck upstairs, in the hold or the forum.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I give her the 550. Well, actually, I'm going to give her, how much would it be? 50 platinum pieces, and would it be 55 platinum pieces?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay, I'll give her 55 then.
So they look at you and say, "You sure that I can't interest you in perhaps fire damage potion? Destructive power elixir."
The destructive power is certainly very interesting, and I'll keep that in mind. We're planning on being here for a little while. But I don't want to buy too much without the input of the rest of my flock.
Of course. Well, you're welcome here anytime, darling.
Oh. Okay. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so... Sorry, I'm trying to do math and talk at the same time, and it's not going well. But I correctly deducted the amount from the overall party funds. But how much does the magic boost cost?
That one is a bit more costly. That one goes around 500 gold pieces each.
We can afford it.
We can, but it is still a chunk, and if somebody wants like a 20,000 gold, like, belt of giant strength or something.
Mm.
I want to
might
make
be
sure we have
available here.
enough. Yeah, exactly. So potion, laser eyes, which I was going to give to Mao
As a gift.
as a gift.
So the potion of laser eyes, essentially, for an hour, lets you cast like one scorching ray, not like the 3 scorching rays that it normally does, but one 60-foot ray that deals 3d6 damage instead of 2d6, and it lets you do that as many times as you want for an hour. Just
Okay,
as
so
an action, it shoots it from your eyes.
3d6, you said?
3d6, 60-foot range, spell attack.
Mm-hmm. 1 hour. Okay.
I don't have a spell attack.
It uses charisma if you don't have one.
Hell yeah.
Mhm.
I need to fix my tooth. I forgot I still have a minus on my charisma.
We might be able to fix that here.
The fire resistance
okay.
gives you an hour of fire resistance. It's like a normal fire resist potion.
Okay.
The elixir of destructive wrath, that whose name seems to get longer every time, that increases your fire damage for 10 minutes, and it makes any damage dice rolls less than 3 become 3.
Oh. Ooh. That's interesting. I don't have a huge number of fire spells, but that is pretty swanky. So anyway, noted. I'm going to go out and collect them on while waving jauntily and mildly flirtily behind me.
Right, you go
Skipping
out.
around like you got a basket of new eggs. You're like, look at all these things. Look at all these toys.
I got some presents for my babies. So, Amon, Boom Crash links her arm through yours. She has to reach up kind of to do it. It's like, oh, how was Thrazir?
He seemed unaware of what was going on, and he's gonna do some investigations on our behalf as well. Hopefully, it will not cause a problem, but a man resourceful as he is, I'm sure he can handle it.
Oh, fabulous. Did you by any chance figure out where he was staying? Is he at the Gawking Human? That would be nice.
Apparently, he's banned there, so but he will contact us, I'm sure. A man such as he is not exactly subtle.
Yeah, and he's our friend. So, okay. It's good to know. I'm glad that you ran into him.
Right. I'm gonna have you guys meet up back at the Gawking Human, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna take a quick bio break so you guys can get each other caught up and plan for the next events.
How much time has
What's
gone
going
by?
on?
Do I need to make a con save or anything?
At least an hour has gone by, so you can make a Constitution save. I'll do
I
that
stopped
before
drinking,
I
so is this
leave.
just to see, I guess, if I'm not drunk anymore? Or at
If
least
you go back
was
to tipsy.
17?
And that doesn't have your plus attached, or does it?
Oh, it does have my plus attached, so it's actually a 13.
Yeah, you are still quite drunk. I'll be right back.
You guys,
I wonder
guess
what
we-
image they got.
I mean, we'll hear when they hear, like, they come back. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
It's been a few hours now. Did they say anything?
It's been like 1 hour.
Actually, it's been more like 2 hours in game. At least 2 hours. more
Mao
like
saying
2.
it's just been 1 hour. Yeah, I don't think you know how like time works right now. Don't worry, just lay down.
Oh, you're so mean.
Bullshit. What have you been doing this whole time?
As I scramble up all my paperwork and I'm just like, nothing, just figuring out old shit.
I mean, it's dangerous. I hope they didn't get into trouble. Ugh. Granted, I don't know if I could have helped them at the moment, but they weren't supposed to do anything too extreme, right?
I think they'll be fine. I mean, Mon gets testy, but Boom Crash will be there to kind of help reel him back in.
Just information gathering, nothing else.
Yeah, I'm sure there would be tons of, I don't know, bells and whistles and horns going off if something really bad happened.
Are you guys getting close? I guess. So we can just-
I guess we'll come into the door and like knock and then come in anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
didn't
am
order
not
any more room
testing. I am
service.
constantly pissed off.
What's
Fair
eating
enough.
you, Amon?
Do you guys care to have a drink? Zumosu hasn't drank all of it.
I still have 2 bottles left.
Sure you don't want more?
I don't know. I think I'm good for now.
Mm.
Boom Crash is kind of worried, but she goes over to Mao and says, "Hey Mao, I got something shiny for you.
Ooh.
Little present, little treat.
I mean,
Do you want to be able to shoot laser beams out of your eyes?"
holy shit. Hell
I
yes.
got
She
Also-
throws you the brass potion bottle.
Catch it gingerly, but I'll also be like, also, I did a smart thing. Look what I got. And I hand over the cipher.
Wait, you
Oh.
figured that?
Oh
out?
wait, holy shit! Really?
I'm
She
proud
gives
of
you a crisp
myself.
high five.
High five.
Damn, Mao did a smart.
You were sleeping. I had time to think.
Fair enough. What info did you guys get?
Amon, do you want to talk about it, or would you like me to take over?
Oh. Well, so
Is that
whatever
a
it was,
you want me to talk about it? I
No.
need-
See ya.
I'm
You
gonna
get
take that as a yes.
So bad. Got it.
So it went badly, but we got an audience at the Primordium Court, and
Holy shit! What? That was
yeah,
That wasn't the plan. How are they? Nice?
it wasn't, but we did it anyway,
Were
and
they nice? I mean, I guess maybe not from how.
Are rulers ever nice?
I mean, we walked out of there, so it could be worse. But they said no to Amon. However, one of them is missing.
Oh fuck!
Yes.
Wait, how
Wait,
many
what?
are there?
There were 3. There are supposed to be 4. The water one is missing because you know how everything is about the elements: fire,
Mhm.
earth, water, wind. The water one is missing.
We didn't.
And
We didn't fight a water elemental at the gate either, did we?
no, we did not. And Amon ran into Thruzir, and apparently there's a lot more lava here and a lot fewer waterfalls than there should be. So Thruzir is going to ask around and see what he can scrounge up, but we should also probably check out the Arcane Wreath and the Tower of Primordium and
Wait,
ask
Amon,
around.
what was your wish? Why wouldn't they grant it?
It's like I cannot pay the price, yet they will not define the price.
What was the wish? What was? I thought you already knew what you were gonna get. Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
thought you
curious
had
too.
that planned off. Like,
Cessation of flow of souls into Encabelos.
oh,
So,
so is that like
messing with
cut in?
gods, right?
Yeah, yeah. I don't. What? I mean, what were you gonna offer them?
Whatever they asked, they didn't
Probably would have
ask.
asked for like a firstborn son or something for that kind of thing.
This
I
cool
mean, didn't
carved
you already
horse I
offer your
found.
soul? Didn't you already offer your soul once before?
Yes.
They weren't interested in any magic items, and I tried to barter some of the gifts that my lady had given me from, my old patronage.
I said I would pay
And-
any price, and they would not name any price.
So the
That's-
water lady seems to be the only in.
Yeah. And she apparently likes riddles, so smarty pants, because you did the cipher, maybe you should think up of some riddles.
Ah, shit. I have a new job now.
I think
Doesn't
Already
that
would
sound
be
like a cute
fine.
weekend project, honey?
No.
Now
I
go
am
to
a
your
little-
room and entertain yourself.
I want to stab people, not stab paper.
Well, it's something that we can all work on.
Kind of went in there without us, but it's a good start to things. And now I guess you have a lead of what we gotta look for.
Yeah. This
yeah.
way, we didn't waste anybody's time. So I think that's sort of beneficial.
Also, Zumosu, not gonna lie, I don't think you would do well in front of anybody with power, rulership. I don't know.
I mean, not
Might-
at the moment, but I can be pretty persuasive from time to time, given
Oh.
the right circumstances and the gods not.
it wasn't
disowning me at the moment.
It wasn't the kind of thing where I think they already made up their mind that they were going to say no. I don't think it would have mattered what we offered or anything. I think finding this Jinn is the only way in. Shizarin the Sagacious. She, her pronouns. And she was an avid learner, and she loved books and riddles.
Great, so giant nerd.
Giant nerd.
Didn't we talk to a nerd yesterday?
Yes.
Wanna go-
So that's one of the next steps for investigation. But also, the potion shop that I got laser eyes at, I also got fire resistance, a potion of fire resistance, which could potentially be useful. However, didn't have any healing potions and didn't know where to put me. So I think it's worth some more exploring to see what else we can get.
Oh, wait a second. You said you know the name of the lady. Could we try scrying on them?
Yeah, sure, that's worth a shot.
That's why we came back to you.
Oh.
But I highly doubt it will work. I have
Yeah.
I have low hopes, but it's better than not doing it at all.
Now do your thing. You got the ball that was hugging it for a while.
Pull it out and do it a little loop-de-loop and magic ball shake. What was the name again?
Shizarin the Sagacious.
Female water djinn.
Yep.
That's
Fond
the
of
best.
riddles and books.
I don't. Physical appearance? Anything? I'm
Nothing.
gonna look for water.
Yep.
Name at this time. It's gonna be a hard one. As I said,
Yeah.
don't be too disappointed if you don't get anything.
Okay, I will scry. What do I need to roll anything?
No, you don't need to
rolls.
roll anything.
Okay.
Although, we'll try that.
Sure she's not dead? What if, like,
Basically,
the
you
three
were
off-
hoping for
She was a
Solo.
bitch.
If she's dead, then it'll be easier to find because we'll just see a corpse.
Oh, alright.
The orb does not reveal anything to you through its amber clouds.
Not dead.
Is there a library here or something, or somebody who knows gossip?
I mean, we were just at a library. Gossip? Leave that to Thrazir, if anything. Let him get in trouble.
We were at a library earlier, but I forgot.
Yeah, and apparently he's banned from the Gawking Human, which I think is pretty fabulous.
We should ask why.
Or maybe we shouldn't ask because this is where we're crashing now, and this is the cheap place in comparison to the ritzy place.
Do you know how much these street bottles were?
No.
No?
They were 15 gold. I mean, it's strong stuff, but this is the cheap stuff.
Holy shit. Yeah, we may be rolling in it, but let's not push it too much.
I'd like to, retirement money. We can keep this and live off of it for a while, just not here.
Yeah.
Definitely seems more like a tourist trap than.
Sure, Lori feels cheap compared to this, and I've never said that once in my life.
Yeah, it feels kind of sacrilegious to even think it, but I agree.
Are we gonna hang out and wait for you to sober up, or are we heading out while you're a little... Are you
Let me
good?
try. Can I make another check?
If you hang out for another hour, you can try and sober up.
We should hit
Short
for a
rest.
little bit because we had to scry and talk.
Also, since it's now at least 4 o'clock in world, you actually notice that outside the windows to the Gawking Human, the sky has gotten into golden hour territory. Seems very early for that, but due to the nature of Famladan being inside of an open mountain, the sun falls pretty quickly on it. It also leads to an extended golden hour and dawn.
Interesting. Pretty.
I mean, we did talk a while. Could we have said that our talking and scrying and do all that jazz would have taken a bit more time?
I can use the time to inscribe the other spells into my spell book.
Yeah, sure. You can say
So-
that while you guys talk and plan and relax for a bit after your trials along the road. This
I'm
is
still
technically your first, evening here. You haven't actually spent the night here. It's all just been your arrival.
I guess so drunk. Or, I mean, it's been a few hours since I drank, so I don't know how weaker the save got. But I rolled bad.
Have you peed? Have you broken the seal?
Yeah, I could ask them if they got
While Zemos is contemplating breaking the seal, I will relay all the information that we learned from the scrying to Amon and Boom Crash.
Yeah, and can we just say we pretty much divulged through this little hour the rest of the information that we didn't in character say?
Sure.
Yeah,
You're
cool,
a little
everybody.
quiet, Dan.
Oh, sorry, I was kind of obscuring the mic. Can we say that this is more towards Amon and Boom Crash unless they wanted to keep anything? Can we say during this hour of just like relaying information, we pretty much went over everything you guys know, so we know it too?
Yeah, we can definitely say that. You can take a short rest and mind meld.
But my save was low. But DM, how you treating drunkenness? It's been a few hours. Am I like just tipsy again or what?
I'm gonna say next round, the next hour, no matter what, you will be tipsy again, regardless of save.
Okay, so I'm still drunk, but I'm a functioning drunk. I'll just tag along with somebody responsible.
Sure.
I want to go to books. I think that'd be fine. I won't have to talk to peeps. We'll go into
Fair.
the library. We can look up stuff about the peoples.
Okay. So, if you guys are heading out, it's now golden hour, which lasts for a few hours here in Famladan. You guys head up towards Genasi Hold, passing by the same sites that you saw before. Also find, it looks like there is a hulking sort of pile of roots and brambles that is just kind of schlepping its way around this like square, and it finds itself inside of a little fountain and plops itself down, and you see a few people come up to it and start trading with it.
That kind of a weird plant, guys.
Either way, if it's not for you, you can head on.
I continue.
Mm-hmm.
I have no interest.
Okay.
Yep, moving on.
Boom Crash, make a perception check.
Okie dokie, artichoke.
Okay,
Hey.
that's pretty good. As you guys see this strange thing happen, you guys are walking up the stairs, and you see a sort of adventurous-looking, like genasi of sorts. They look to be a half genasi, with partial like water for one of their arms, and they're walking away from this pile of roots with what looks to be a potion of red liquid in their hands.
Did they look familiar?
It looked like a healing potion of sorts.
I smack someone and charge after them.
Whoever punch. Oh.
Are you gonna like roll to see who you smack?
Hi, excuse me. And she like hops up and like waves her hand a little bit.
Yes.
Excuse me, may I ask, is that a healing potion?
It is. I need them. My party is gonna be heading out soon.
Yes. My party is all out. Where did you buy them? I
Oh.
haven't been able to find them anywhere.
You get them over there, and she points at the mound of plants.
Brilliant. Thank you so, so much.
Mm-hmm. And she heads off.
Good luck. Stay safe.
You as well.
Okay.
Follow.
Thought we was going to the library. Where's everyone going?
Make an
It would be
acrobatics check
hilarious
on the
if-
stairs.
It's
No.
like we
You have
have a
disadvantage on this check.
Oh. I fall down the stairs.
You lose your balance on the stairs. Thankfully, Famladan is equipped with hand railings, so you only take 1 bludgeoning damage. What was the other damage from?
Oh no, we technically haven't done a long rest yet, so I took a short rest while I was
Oh.
drinking.
Gotcha.
I was just like a few 1 damage away from being full, but I was like, I don't want to wait till midnight.
Poor thing. Alright, Boom Crash kind of leads you guys towards the compost heap sitting in the fountain.
Excellent. Okay, yeah. She bustles over. She's super stoked.
That looks like a trash pile.
Be nice.
The large plant creature is currently serving someone in front of you guys. Looks to be some sort of air elemental. It wisps over a package of looks to be a burlap sack, just kind of wet, and hands it to the creature. And then in exchange, it gets what looks to be a potion, somehow made out of like nice glass with metal filigree, and it wisps itself off on its way.
Excellent. Okay. I guess I'm next in line, so I step up and fluff myself up, and I'm like, "Hi there. I heard that I could buy healing potions here." I can't hear anything.
Oh, Christopher, your gate's too low.
Is it?
Or too high. Yeah, can't hear it. I can hear you on the other side. He's trying to do like a grumbly, like,
I'm trying to do a
"Oh,
grumbly thing.
Ryan voice.
Great.
I heard nothing. I'm so sorry.
I heard,
Ah.
like, a
Here, I
grumble in
turned
here.
it way down low, but it's kind of just like doing a breathy growl of sorts.
Try it again. No, you sound
Nothing.
like Ben snoring.
Great. Well, it sounds like Ben snoring.
Cool. You have a breathy old man. You sound like a tree trunk with some wind going through it.
And I
I'm
wish I could
sorry
just
that
eat my
Discord
mic.
ruined it.
It's coming from the back of my throat. Oh well.
just want to eat my mic.
Either way, the idea that I was trying to get across was that it was unintelligible.
Oh.
Oh.
So I
Is
hope
it-
I got
well,
that across.
I mean, yeah. Is it
Kind of, yeah.
Treebeard, but unintelligible?
Oh,
Kind
very
of.
mad.
Yeah, you can't understand it.
I'm going to use the warlock slot because I didn't prepare more than one comprehend language. So I'm just going to use a warlock slot and cast comprehend languages.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
you
just
get 'em in
use a
short
spell
rest.
slot. You don't need to prepare like the number of
Oh,
spells.
okay. Sorry. I was still in like whatchamacallit
three
mode.
mode.
Yeah.
I know you've been playing a warlock this whole time. So you use a warlock slot, and I mean, anyway, those will come back in a short rest, so better anyway.
Yeah.
You cast comprehend languages, and in a less breathy and throaty way, it says, "Do you have an exchange of goods?" It is speaking Terran.
Oh, okay. We have some goods that we can exchange. You don't accept coin?
It shakes its head. Meat.
Oh.
Alcohol? I pull out a bottle.
Meat.
Aw.
Okay. I have a terrible idea, and I'm not going to do it. But the first thing that came to mind was the wand of cats.
They do it.
I believe when
Hey,
those are
let's see.
destroyed, they disappear.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why it's a terrible idea.
Maybe
But-
before he figures it out.
So
What about this? Wait a minute.
Can
No,
you make
Right, no. Oh, the necromancer's head. Is this meat?
Did we need to talk to
Huh.
that still?
I thought we already. Oh, did we talk to it or not yet?
We haven't talked, but I believe we kind of figured out what to do involving her. So I think we just
Oh,
didn't
Orcus
bother
thing.
asking.
Yeah.
If you want me to keep it, then that's still fine.
Please remind me, where is the necromancer's head from?
That was the
The-
tomb, right?
Yeah,
The
Tomb,
Robin
yeah.
Hood.
related to Taurus.
That was a
The
dude.
empty tomb.
And they were
Yeah.
like an anti-paladin kind of thing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. was like,
That
don't
was
really-
quite a while ago, so it's at least very rotten.
But it is meat.
It's been at least a month since then, I believe.
Turkey.
Does
Then.
does Amon have gentle repose?
Yes, but I'll never cast it.
Oh, God damn it. I was saying you would have tried to keep, the creepy heads that you have at least somewhat stored, but I guess you don't.
It attracts maggots. with
So
more-
it's pretty rotten. Amon, I'm gonna have you make a persuasion check.
Oh boy, I can't believe. What if I succeed? I won't.
Compost it like so.
Oh shit! Never mind. Persuasion. Yeah.
It grasps the head. It kind of squishes under the weight of its viney tendrils of fingers. And it holds it up to its face. And then it just pushes it in. And then it produces a potion and hands it to you, Amon.
Mm.
You've received
Awesome.
a greater healing potion.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I told you. I told you doing stupid stuff will pay off.
I
never
pull out a
did.
little canister, and I'm like, I think this was milk, and it probably is a little more chunkier. Like, does it take milk? Because this was back from the
I don't think milk counts as meat.
motion to the creature.
It does not accept it.
Okay. Anyone want cottage cheese?
No. Oh God, no! I would roleplay Boom Crash. She would take it. God damn it.
Why would Boom Crash take cottage cheese?
Scarcity mindset. She doesn't think she can be picky about food. It's something that only kind of comes up like in a cursory way in roleplay. It's one of the reasons why she never complains about Amon's like food that he summons.
Okay, well, you now have a canister of spoiled milk, because this was from when we were with the farm peoples.
Okay. Canister of spoiled milk.
I think that was 2 weeks ago, so that is
Let's
about
do.
to spoil.
Or
You don't have
turn into cream
refrigeration,
and
that's the main
cheese.
reason why I'm guessing it's spoiled.
Oh yeah, then actually, yeah, it's definitely spoiled.
Canister of spoiled milk. So thank you, Zumasu.
Sure,
Scorch.
sure thing.
As you guys are like talking amongst yourselves, a earth elemental genasi kind of pushes past you guys. It says, "Here's my share," and hands it up to the elemental. It smells like chicken of some sort. It's already been cooked, and the elemental or the plant thing kind of takes it and sinks it below its body and form, and it hands them a much larger looking potion.
Okay. Noted, noted, noted. We need to buy some food in bulk.
All I know is it's a sweet shop, but I don't think that's meat.
We can probably just buy food from the Gawking Human and have Amon create food for us to eat. So we don't get anything fancy, but we'll survive.
It did have boar. It's pretty
Can,
good.
can we just look around? What can we do to just look around to see if there's like a food store or tavern close by, so we aren't like going all the way back to the Gawking Human?
Gawking Human is not that far away.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Okay.
The city is pretty compact as far as things go.
Okay. Is there an actual grocery store or something like a general store that might, or a butcher shop, as opposed to just an inn?
You can make a charisma check if you want to ask around, or a perception check if you want to look around.
Rather ask around. I'll do it with disadvantage. Can
Sure
somebody
will.
help me so I can get rid of the disadvantage?
Or do you? I can do it, and someone else can help me, and we can not have to deal with advantage or disadvantage. So charisma check.
Yeah, but if we help you, then you can have advantage. That's why I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah, so somebody help me.
Now go help Boom Crash. Help your friend.
Mao's helping me. She doesn't have a choice. Good thing, because 23.
Okay. You ask around, and
We're still missing a tooth.
You're the one who's just choosing the good targets. You're looking for people that look honest and shit. That's how we'll say it down.
That one looks like they have no money. That one looks like they have money. That one looks like he's in. Don't go to that one. That one's an asshole.
That one looks fat. That one probably knows the good food.
you do
They got a
find
little belly and they're hungry.
you do find someone with a bit of a belly. They're an air elemental genasi, so it's mostly just hot air. But
Wow.
you head over to this balloon of a person. Oh yes, if you're looking for food, you can find the best food up at the Sangam. But if you're looking for just so, I believe that there's some form of trade. The Planet Promenade.
Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it.
Of course, my discerning friends.
All right. Well, now let's leave Voldemort alone, and go off to go get some meat.
Okay.
Would you like? I would like a hug. Get over here, Draco. Let me hug you.
My boy.
My
Comes
boy.
along to carry the meat.
Okay, so where are you guys heading?
The-
Sangam? I guess that's
Kingdom
the
to get some
other.
high-quality food.
That's the fancy
Yeah.
place. That's a
Yeah.
fancy inn. I was just gonna head towards the promenade and try and get meat because I really want us to have healing potions before we get
Mhm.
into another fight. Especially because one of our healers is down.
Yeah, certainly.
You can go get meat at the promenade.
Okay.
You guys head up. I'm gonna maybe that. So you guys are on this level now. Or actually, I can kind of. No, I'll just keep you even with it. Okay, you guys head up to the Forum of the Plains, and quick searching around. This place is still just as hopping now as it was earlier in the day. There are people coming in and out of portals through customs with like a bunch of myrmidons onlooking the place. You see the Sangam is pretty close by. All of this trade and transportation hub. It's got an illustrious-looking gold filigree front, and what looks to be a faux river cascading down its front, steps leading outward, with, of course, ramps on the sides for the less legged of the people coming through the portals.
Should we? Do you have to make a check or something to go find a place that sells meat?
Yeah, you can find another place, if not the Sangam. So that's going to
follow our
be
nose.
a perception check.
Who has the best perception? Somebody else help
It's scent-based.
I wish
Oh.
to sniff.
Okay. Mao.
It'd be awesome right now if we had a dog that could help us.
Okay.
I had a dog once.
So,
Sorry as a person, not sorry as the character.
I'm sorry, but Jose can't be with us right now. Zumasu disobeyed the gods. So,
Okay, that's a good boy.
now something comes across your nostrils, rather inviting taste. Kind of smells like, sort of tandoori chicken of sorts.
I
That's
will.
no
I'm just gonna dart. Just like there's something over here. I smell something really good.
You
So
head
I'm just gonna I'm heading in that direction.
You cartoonishly float towards it, following the scent trail, and eventually find a street vendor. They're built into the sides of one of the buildings, and there's a few places here, but the one that you're smelling seems to have chickens on spits that are being blasted by some sort of minor elemental with an open, like, gut that is belching out fire. It's about the size of a dog, but looks like a small volcano. Kind of Pokemon in style.
That's awesome.
That's
I
adorable.
love it. Okay.
What is your purpose? I cook chicken.
I blast flavor.
Nice.
Yes.
It smells good. How much?
You go up to,
And how many?
yeah, you go up to
And
the
how
front,
much am I allowed? Yeah.
and you see what looks to be a more human vendor. Oh, you want some of our famous Famladan chicken? Our Scorchwing spice?
Yeah. Why else? Yes, please.
Of course. Well, if you want one of the larger chickens, that's going to be, I'd say, about 20 gold pieces.
Inside, if they're trying to like upcharge because we look like we're foreigners.
Sure. An insight check. You're not sure if that should be a really fair price even for this place.
Nah, it smells good, but I think we'll just head to the Sangam.
Wait.
Thanks, though.
Wait. I could possibly go lower. Maybe 15 gold pieces if you're strapped for cash.
We're looking at buying a lot, so if you want to do like a deal for a big bundle, it's not bad. Assuming everyone's now probably walking up as I'm trying to deal break with this.
That chicken looks amazing.
Minnie Mouse.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah.
Well, if I'm guaranteed to make a few sales, perhaps an entire chicken for each of you, and I could go down to, 12 gold pieces.
Look at Boom Crash. Do you want to do 2 each? I'm kind of.
I would love to do 2 each.
I'll make it 3.
Yes. Well, I
Can
suppose
we-
I can swing that.
Okay, let's just do an even 10. Can we do 10? And I start.
You might need to wait for a bit if you want that many.
Okay.
Well, I mean that's also fine. I figured if you didn't want to
I-
sell
I-
it to us, I was like, well, we can at least pay for your day in a sense and go away.
Yes, well, I suppose I can roast up those chickens for you. Is it alright if you get them within a half hour?
That sounds delightful. Thank you so much.
If you guys want, I can wait with the chicken. That might be best.
Sure.
Boom Crash eyes Zumasu and is just like, I don't trust you to not eat your feelings, so I'm gonna wait with you.
Well,
You need a babysitter.
I said 1 extra chicken. They're gonna need you to look at the smart stuff. So I'll have my chicken. I'll wait for the other chickens. I should be good to go by then.
Can I
We'll meet
slide-
back up at the fountain.
Can I sleight of hand a drumstick off of his chicken before I go away? And
Is my
also
chicken
pay the
ready?
person?
You pay the
Try to
person
offer you
ahead of
chicken.
time, and
Yes.
you quite easily can sleight of hand off of Zumasu, who is drunken in their state, and you with your obtuse checks.
I forget if that. I think
I'm-
that.
I don't think
Just
it's
go ahead
not.
and
I don't think
offer
it
you-
is. You just have thieves' tools
Yeah.
for expertise.
I'm gonna offer you a piece of chicken. So Mal, do you want to try some of this?
I just turn around and there's like a drumstick in my mouth. I'm like, huh?
Oh, well, okay. Did anyone else want a piece of the chicken before we wait for the rest of the order?
Boom Crash looks to Amon. It's like, do you want some?
You guys were handed 2 cooked chickens
Sure,
to start with.
Good.
The other
Mhm.
I have-
8 will be with you shortly.
What is
I-
the
I-
total?
Whatever 10 times 12 gold pieces is.
Okay.
I believe it's
125.
120.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, are these chickens made of like caviar? Are they like
Gold.
press molded into caviar press molded into shape of chickens?
Well, everything
Can it be
here
12
is hyperinflated. And street food especially is. Especially right on
Yeah.
the planar promenade.
I mean, we are getting these for the sake of hopefully getting at least lesser healing potions out of them. Probably, hopefully something bigger.
I minused it from my total, so just as a heads up.
Okay.
I just minus 12 platinum from mine.
Damn it. Well, then I'll put 120 back.
Okay.
I said I.
In the meantime, Zumasu and Boom Crash are staying behind. Mao and Amon, are you guys going off somewhere?
Was it?
Were you guys going off somewhere if
I was
Zumasu
saying
and Boom
Boom
Crash
Crash.
were waiting?
I was saying Boom Crash to go with you guys, and I wait behind, and then meet you guys up by the potion seller.
We just saw
Yeah.
a group together because it doesn't really do us. We don't know things well enough for us to splitting apart is useful. I don't think.
Yeah, let's hang out. Let's spend some time together.
Okay, you
We
guys
just wait
spend
and
some
talk
time
about-
on the planar promenade. I guess
Not
Is
doing
the
it
check
for fun.
then? Am I just tipsy?
at this point, I will say that you are officially now just tipsy.
Okay. So do I still have to roll disadvantage and everything, or am I just have to act character-wise tipsy?
Basically, you have disadvantage on dexterity checks, but that's about it.
Okay. I'm back to being able to be more helpful.
And yeah, I think that's that. You guys are gonna hang out for a little while.
How is the chicken? If we are paying so much for it, by the way, is it like more
it's
level?
very good. It's got a nice char on it. It's pretty spicy, but it's cut by like a tangy, kind of yogurty taste.
I'm so hungry, dude.
I know, Ken, seriously, we always talk about food sometimes.
It
it's
comes with like
stop.
lime on the side as well to
Damn
like
it.
squeeze over it.
Is it moist inside, even though it's charred on the
No.
outside? So
It's-
that nice,
it's-
perfect combination of texture.
It is
It's
a nice.
spatchcocked.
It is a nice combination of texture because it was kind of spit roasted by these elementals. Anyway,
You know, I'd be we were short one potion, guys, because that was a damn good chicken.
We can always come back later.
That's
It's
fair.
not that far away from our inn, so.
everything's pretty
That's-
close by. It's like Rhode Island.
Mm.
Everything's about a 45-minute walk.
Literally on a floating molten island.
Sure is.
Mhm.
What a time to be alive. So you guys are gonna wait for a bit as your chickens slowly are packaged up for you guys. Let's see, I'm gonna see if there's some random NPCs you can encounter. So at one point, you guys see a Earth Genasi walk up to you guys. They've got a maul, like a huge hefty hammer, over their shoulder, and she looks down at you guys. She's covered in obsidian shards that make her look vaguely draconic, if they weren't so asymmetrical all over her body. Hey, you guys not from around here, huh?
What gave it away?
I take it you guys are the adventuring type. Do you need an extra hand? Perhaps a mercenary of sorts? Name's Blackscale.
Where could we find you if we would?
Right here.
At the
What I
moment,
need is information. What do you know about? Shit, I need to go back to the notes.
Shizarim?
Yeah.
Shizarim? I ain't much for politics.
And everyone's got an opinion, even if you ain't much for politics.
I don't spend too much time here. I just find the next adventuring group, make a quick coin, and then come back here to enjoy myself. It's rather lucrative being an adventurer, so...
So
That's
you've
fair.
been here back and forth quite often. When did the decor of this place, change to be more lava-like?
Probably a few months back. Maybe several months ago.
what's your opinion of Zosmabad?
Guy's funny.
Does he get involved in the city very much, or what kind of decisions they usually making for this place?
Well, they haven't done anything recently that I know of. I just saw him turn a guy into a pile of ashes once.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
So we did get pretty lucky.
That is pretty amusing, actually. Ha!
I knew that you guys would appreciate good humor. So, like I said, need a mercenary? I know my way with this thing, and she kind of hefts them all onto her other shoulder.
We just arrived in the city, and we were planning on staying for a little while and getting some business done. But, you know, we will definitely keep you in mind. Where are you staying?
How can we reach you if we?
How
need
can we
some help?
reach you if we do need the help?
Oh, I'll be around. Guess you can find me in the choke house, but don't expect a warm welcome.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, we accidentally wandered in and we wandered right back out real quick because...
If you're there to meet
Yeah.
someone, I'm sure that they'll let you in.
Okay, but that's good to know. Thank you, and thank you so much for the introduction.
You
Good.
guys keep a ear to the higher ups as well. You know how they're so close situated and all.
Like I said, I don't do much for politics. Again, black scale, I'm only gonna wait a day or so before I start looking around
on.
again.
Understood. Thank you. Thank you so much.
She
Good luck.
struts off. She just holds up a hand as she's walking away from you to wave goodbye.
Okay.
Hey, you know, just a thought. Do you think Smolder is here?
Why? Why? Would
Why?
Smolder be-
She might not be here, but she might be known here.
Well,
Hmm.
she's a Genasi. They all know each other, right?
Yeah, I
I
guess.
mean, why not say Ostrich was, or what is Ostrich a Genasi?
Well,
Yes,
Ostrich
they
is
are.
also not in a situation where his business is being like.
Also, you guys
ruined.
forget that in order to get here, you need to be able to like pass a trial and such. I don't think a shopkeep that's
She
settled
had
down.
very
Smolder was
good
pretty-
skills, and she is very high up. She might not even need to pass. Like, it might not be the same sort of trial for each person.
It might
It's
not be the same
curious.
trial for same person, but you do know that she's powerful enough to enchant weapons, and that she has gargoyles under her command.
Yeah,
Pretty strong.
she
in
was definitely
character-
not like a little pushover.
out of character. Did we know? I thought Smolder was still in the city. Did something
No,
happen
she
to them?
left.
Oh, they left.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot that. Okay.
I forgot.
Yeah.
I thought they were still in the city.
Because we scryed on her shop and she wasn't there. Trying to scry on her did not work. Trying to scry on the shop, and I believe she wasn't there.
Okay. I thought they were still there. Okay. I mean, we could ask around maybe if it'd be kind of nice to see somebody familiar in that regard.
Yeah. Other than Brazier. Plus,
I would-
she was usually really good if you had coin, and she'd give you information. You know, a fair trade.
let's go.
She was well
take-
connected.
That too.
Let's go see what these chicken earns us from that other guy.
Yes.
Alright, you guys grab y'all's chickens after it's a bit later than intended, about 45 minutes instead. But you do eventually get your food. You did ask for 10 chickens.
Yeah.
And
We're doing just fine.
yeah, nobody's been able to get their own chickens either, as you guys are kind of hogging the space. You guys head back down to the Genasi
The air
hold.
elemental just tells everyone it's a catering order.
Yeah. You head back to Genasi Hold to the same fountain, but the plant thing is nowhere to be found.
Damn it.
Out of character, I thought somebody should have kept an eye on it, but damn.
I scry for it. Where is it?
Scry for it.
Magic 8-ball. Where is this plant thing?
I'll make a check. Okay, you scry upon it. It looks like it's on the move. It's walking
This way.
around. You don't know where it is because you're not very familiar with Famladan, but you zoom in on it and it is moving, and then it suddenly kind of stops and plops its butt down and starts doing exchanges again.
Shit.
Did it look like it was still on the promenade?
I'm gonna
Or-
say that's gonna be a system check.
Send Goose up to go and find him.
I haven't summoned Goose. I haven't resummoned Goose because we haven't had like a
Yeah.
long time, and I was busy copying spells. So, um,
It would be nice
Man,
if
I
we
wish I
had
had
somebody that could summon another kind of animal or
I mean,
something.
if I had spells, I could straight up just do a creature. So, yeah.
so
Some
while
also
you're
feeling
scrying,
kind of
I'm gonna.
tipsy and naked without his powers. Sorry, Boom Crash.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if. So while Mao is scrying, I'm going to start asking people. It's like, hey, the Terran plant dude who sells potions. Any idea where that lovely, lovely gentleman might have gone?
Oh, you mean tree sap? Tree sap makes the rounds on the hold. They don't wander much beyond there. We don't know where they go at night, though.
Huh.
Okay. So, do you have some boundaries, some streets that are good parameters to search within?
Landmarks. We need landmarks.
Sorry, I don't know. There's usually near a fountain.
Okay, noted. I can work with that. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's a lot of gift subs, I think. Thank you for all those subs. Sorry, I don't notice those very often.
Oh, thank you.
Fortunately, we're still playing D&D, so, Boom Crash and Mao, guess with your added efforts and your talking, nobody seems to know exactly the thing's path, but just that it's known as tree sap. So, I'm gonna have you guys make a perception check as you walk around the area, and you can use charisma for this.
Can Mao
like.
just dash around to try and find? Can she climb on top of a roof or a balcony?
Unfortunately, the way that this place is built, it's a lot of... It's like an underground mall everywhere, except for the form of the plains.
Oh, okay.
You're making a scene if you're climbing on top of
I
things in the
know.
building, like you're embarrassing us.
Stop climbing on those. Get down.
Boom Crash, you're able to finally find somebody that saw them recently, and you managed to track down Tree Sap down near the base, almost near the gawking human, like towards the bottom of Genasi Hold, and the hulking plant-like figure is plopped down in what looks to be a sort of, not so much a fountain, so much as a canal. It's handing out a small potion to what looks like a child, Genasi, that runs away.
Aw, great. It's like, okay,
What
so
does a need with a potion of healing?
I grab everyone and rally them near me and charge towards the Genasi and present the we ordered 10, we're missing 1, so 9 chickens.
Well, you mean tree sap,
The
not
tree
the
sap.
Genasi.
Tree Sap
Tree
does
sap.
not appear to be a Genasi.
Yes. Yeah.
You head over to Tree Sap. There are a few people that you kind of cut in front of, but Tree Sap sees the chickens that you've managed to procure, and they happily take all of the chickens and subsume them into its form, and then they pull out a small little satchel and hand it to you. The satchel is filled with 9 potions of greater healing.
Oh, yes.
Oh, can we mention that Chris has made like a gotcha game out of this creature?
No, unlike a gotcha game, you don't get any guarantees. This thing has been really reliable.
I mean, it's just a really good gotcha.
Yeah,
As soon
and
as it
the-
hands this satchel out, it stands up, dripping with
Whoa.
canal water, and starts strutting off.
Oh.
There are
I think
several
we ruined
Genasi
everyone's
nearby
day.
who
Yeah.
are kind of glaring at you guys.
Way to keep low. Way to keep low.
It's like, bye. And
yeah, let's
bustle
just
off.
get out of here, guys.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
not going back to the gawking human because I don't want those guys to know where
Yeah.
we sleep.
Yeah.
Let's go on
Okay,
with that. We could spend some time somewhere else.
you guys make your way somewhere else. Where do you want to go? It's a whole world out there.
The
Keep on
library.
going up because I want to go to the confluence to find some information. Damn it!
Wait,
Yeah, we
what
see if
what
we can
about
find
the
our friends.
temples? What about the temples? Which one's the temple to the water person? Because or to the water aspect? Because we could go there and just ask around like what they're feeling or what they're doing now that we know that their leader isn't there.
I mean, if you want, we could also split so you guys are heading up there, but it's not going to do much for time.
I vote temple.
You vote temple?
Talk to their followers.
I also vote temple.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, you guys make
be
your
quick.
way up towards the Temple of Istitia, which I only needed to pronounce once this time. So, you head there. I believe that there was water that's suspended in place to form like the goddess's form, like watery hair, large female
Okay.
body, and the rest of the place is filled with like waterfalls and a giant pool in the center of this cylindrical chamber. Very tall ceiling. See water genasies of all sorts, as well as some ice ones, some misty ones, kind of, as well as what appears to be a djinn that is speaking with a few other genasi, almost as if it's teaching them something in the corner of the room. Corner of the cylindrical room.
Nice.
I wanna poke
Is there
the
anybody
statue.
else other than the gym? just don't wanna
I
miss
mean,
anything
there's a whole
about
bunch of genasi here. It looks like several of them are doing that same sort of deep bow with the forehead to the ground in front of the main icon. But others are just talking to each other. Others are just like bowing their heads and meditating about the room. Looks like one of them's going for a jog. That's an Earth Genasi. You're not sure if they're supposed to be here.
Cute.
Okay. But I guess the genie looks like he has authority or something if he's teaching little ones something.
It seems to be. They kind of look like they're proselytizing, like in front of these other genasi that are sitting down on little pillows near some marble statues.
Could I just come over and like sit in on it, listen in what he's saying and stuff?
Sure. You head over and sit before the Jinn, which is an air genasi. Well, an air aligned elemental genie. And it is describing this ancient tale, some sort of anecdote about a fox that was like taken out of its hole and its hiding place by smoke at either ends. Something similar is probably available in your world, but it seems to be remarking on this story and talking about it from various angles that you might not have known before. And before you see these frozen images that are manifesting from its hands in the air to describe the story and illustrate it before you real time. And everybody's just kind of pondering and, putting their hands on their chins and nodding like, yes.
That's pretty cool. Does it seem like the story's coming close to a close or it's gonna be a while?
Eventually it does come to a close and everybody's just kind of talking back and forth at each other, asking questions of each other. Eventually, the Jinn nods their head and says, I will be back tomorrow to ponder upon this further.
I'm gonna approach them.
What do you need, my fleshy child?
Me good
Ew.
sir. Very, very interesting insights on that story. I take it you are a follower of Istitia and very well known in all sorts of things.
Not necessarily. I just choose this place because it's quiet. I venture to the other temples when I need to ponder things, but I wander, just as my mind does.
Does that mean you kind of have an idea of the goings on around the whole citadel?
I pride myself as a thinker and a magician of sorts. My name is Mist Splitter. And who might you be?
My name is Zumosu. I'm an adventurer, but me and my party are currently investigating something, and I was wondering if you had any input on it.
Investigating. Intriguing. And what, can I ask, is being investigated?
We were just concerned about hearing that what's her name? What was her name?
Shizarim the Sagacious.
Shiz- that Shizurim the Sagacious hasn't made an audience in a while, and it seems like all of the major decisions are being made by the other three. And we're just wondering if you've heard kind of what that entails to the rest of the city.
What the implications are.
Yeah.
A pointed
implication-
question for an outsider, but an astute observation. That is, in fact, the reason that I spend most of my time in this temple, more than the others. The water element seems to be out of balance here in Famladan. With Shizarim's disappearance, the elements have gone out of whack. Fire is far more dominant than water now.
So this is public knowledge then.
It is, though we are all struggling and coming to grips with it, hoping that we can someday find someone to replace Shizarim's intellect. But it is difficult to get anything done with, well, our, shall I say, sloth-like leaders.
She was the decisive one in most decisions then.
She certainly helped. That being said, Zosmabad has taken a bit of a harsh lead, as it were, and doesn't let too many decisions get made. Most of their decisions are pure impulse, something that I cannot appreciate.
It's better to look over the implications of decisions and how they may affect others.
Precisely.
That being said, does anybody know a little bit more of the relationship between the elementals? Like, were they all treating themselves in like high respect? Any ill feelings, possibly?
I know not too much for their feelings towards each other, or really towards the city. I only know of what they do, and try and interpret it the best way that I can.
That's fair. Is there anybody who would be close enough to them to maybe get some insight into their daily ongoings or what might have been the circumstances for Shizurin's disappearance?
Unfortunately, no one knows, and no one is really close to the people downstairs.
It's unfortunate. Has something like this ever happened before? Where the elements have gone out of whack when one of the leaders has disappeared, or...
They've gone out of
Maybe.
whack before, normally during heated arguments, or, well, worldwide catastrophe, but nothing recent comes to memory, and I've been alive for quite some time. I hope that this doesn't have too many implications for the surrounding landscape either.
Isn't there like a weird like fire thing happening like not too far from here? Weird molten orb thingy.
Elementals we ignored when we were back on the material.
Uh-huh.
That probably is related.
Well,
Possibly.
Famladan is tied to largely the continent, mostly the Scablands, I believe they call it, topside. But I don't know anything about what's going on out there as opposed to, what people bring in. Speaking of which, have you seen anything unusual about the Scablands or the surroundings?
I mean, there's a war going on.
You mean other than the fact that it's not a desert anymore, that there's an oasis?
I had heard this. This is not new information. Is it going well?
The humanoids are kind of at a impasse with each other, and forces are being drawn
I mean-
on both sides.
Everyone wants the Oasis.
And New Dawn is fairly fervently anti-magic. There's something weird going on there.
Well, that certainly will make a useful tale to teach people once it finds its resolution. Well, it won't have too much of an effect here in Famladan, thankfully.
Did the leaders ever visit these temples to talk to the, I don't know, high priests or anything?
They do sometimes, though they haven't been for many months. Not since she disappeared.
But there would be a priest here that would have at least been some sort of communications with her.
Well, there's not too many priests nowadays. Just worshippers. And thinkers like me.
Well, we thank you very much for your insights so far. We'll probably be around and might run into you again.
I thank you as well. I should very much like to hear more about the goings-on of the politics outside.
You want to know about Allure?
Everything. Information is valuable, and stories teach us things.
How valuable? Like, what's it cost?
What's it worth?
Well,
Well,
it
they have
can
to
be
pay for
worth
it,
a
but-
lot. I do know many things that others do not, but I will only offer those in exchange for certain other secrets.
Can I like, I want to give the help action to Mao to give an insight check on this guy to see if like, kind of what's his sort of alignment, if he's kind of more neutral in things, if he literally is just like trying to teach people, kind of get a
He's
read
just
on
a
like personality.
Genie, if anything, and like we've learned, genies have just a transactional sort of thing.
Yeah, and this might be his whole thing, especially, I don't know. It makes
Knowledge
me
is
think because
powerful.
he was talking about this tale of the fox that he's kind of like a Renard figure where he just likes knowledge and cunning and information. Knowledge is power, stuff like
Mhm.
that. So that's
Yeah.
sort
You
of
can
the vibe that I'm
certainly-
getting.
You can certainly attempt an insight check to get a
Now
more
has-
specific in-game.
Yeah.
You said you were giving Mao advantage?
Now that, yeah.
Okay. As you kind of glance at Mao while Mao's kind of reading this fella, Fist Splitter, Mao, you're getting the impression that this Jin knows a lot more than they're letting on, and as soon as you offered information or suggested that they might be able to trade, they took on a different demeanor in terms of they talk to a lot of people. They could probably get you information that you want, although you're not sure how much they know about that Shizarim.
But they might have little birds in the wind that they can talk to.
We'd
Well-
be very happy to discuss politics of the outside world, but if you do hear anything about Chisenum, we could probably trade stories and give you a bit more info on that.
Intriguing. Intriguing. Tell you what, I can get you something useful to you if you tell me a secret of this Allure that you seem to be from.
I'm gonna just straight up step forward and go. The previous one of the captains of the Grey Guard was an imposter for years and years. His alias is Arn, but the real Arn is currently in prison, and nobody knows currently where.
Make a persuasion check. I'm gonna say with advantage. It's a juicy secret.
Yeah, and I don't think he knows Arn, and I don't really care if that guy gets screwed over. That's not awful. I wish I had ranks in it.
Yeah. That is certainly exciting information. I may need to look into that further. Perhaps it will prove a interesting anecdote in another story. Names excluded, of course. If I find anything about Shizarim, I will let you know. I will put feelers out as we speak. Thank you,
Appreciate it,
Zumasu.
Mr.
Out of curiosity, how far do your stories extend? I mean, this area seems to be touched by all the planes of existence. Do devils ever find their way here? Like, higher
Countless
ranking ones?
beings have talked to me, and I flit throughout the city, so honestly, my stories could reach as far as the stars themselves.
I say as far as Mephistopheles, and I want to look at his reaction. I want to see how he changes his demeanor.
He kind of gets a sort of "oh, yikes" look on his face. Like, well,
oh, no.
I shouldn't say an archdevil would do meeting with me, though perhaps they've reached their ears. Devils are cunning.
With that, everyone can agree.
Stop looking at me.
Anyway,
Except for this one.
if that's all that you wish, I will talk to my little breezes and see if I can find some information for you, my good little Yonti. I
Well,
bid
it
you
kinda
all a
makes
good
me-
day and praise to Istitia and the other primordials. And they spin into a little cyclone of chilly air and disappear into the wind.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, I don't think they actually. I'm kind of suspicious because you think they will have vested interest, but they aren't gonna look into this until we ask. It's like,
No, this guy is pretty much the epitome of neutral, of like true neutral. They just want to get their info and share it for info. So it's like, I don't know, is somebody gonna give me something juicy?
but I'm saying that they would have been if the leader of the quote unquote the nation would be a pretty juicy thing to look on and hold on to as your own. I'm finding it really suspicious that they're looking into this when we ask.
I think it's more so they were probably holding stuff they had back as well.
Or
Like,
they had no reason to look into it until someone had something to trade and offer.
Like,
Mhm.
You're not sure
They
what
want-
their true intentions
Yeah.
were.
We don't quite know, but
I'm-
it's shady as
neutral,
fuck.
Yeah, neutral doesn't care what happens. Neutral.
Furthermore, if this guy's so wise, why isn't he in charge? So,
Mhm.
where to next, fellas?
Was that what I saw on his side? Is he just a bard?
No, he's wise. He doesn't want to be in charge because being in charge means everyone's looking at you and you can't get all the things you want.
People will lie to you if you're in charge.
Mm.
I want to go see if there's a priest in the temple.
Okay.
You
look
mean
ar-
somebody higher than this person?
This guy wasn't a priest. He was kind of just like a sagey guy. I don't know. I wanted to see
Yeah.
if there was somebody who would talk to them last. See if there was any concerns.
You look around for a priest of sorts, and from the looks of it, there is a small urn of water near what looks to be a collections brazier, like a big wide metal tin filled with gold and platinum pieces. The urn kind of unstops itself, and a little water weird wiggles its way out and forms a face in front of you guys. Hello, how can I help you? I am one of the priests of Istitia. Do you have a donation to make today? Just praise be to the primordial goddess.
Throw a gold piece down, do a bow, and say praise to Istitia. I'd like to have a word with you if you don't mind.
Of course, my urn is always open.
I had heard the priests of the temples communicated sometimes with the leaders of this city, but it seemed as God damn it, I still can't pronounce the name properly. I always have Shizarim hasn't
Shizarin, yep.
Shizarim hasn't appeared in a while. I was wondering what her normal sort of interaction would have entailed.
A sad turn of events. She hasn't come by in at least a year.
A year? I heard it was only months.
No, she disappeared a year ago, but changes have started becoming readily apparent in the last few months.
Okay. What sort of things would we do at the temple, interaction-wise?
overlooking various rites to the primordial, and offering their services of wisdom to everybody that would listen. They are, of course, the wisest of the Marids amongst the people of Famladan.
Was she concerned about her safety, or seemed in thought about something towards the closer to the time of her disappearance?
Her disappearance happened without warning. Unfortunately, no one knows where Shizarim went.
Her behavior didn't change.
Does
or she
anyone
didn't-
care though? That's another question because everything seems to be fairly operating as is, and no one seems terribly concerned.
We all
Whoever-
care deeply, but we cannot do anything without the wisdom of our leaders.
There isn't anybody that could take her spot of that water lineage.
We have tried, but none can match the wisdom of the current 3 Genie Lords.
Her behavior didn't change close to the time of her disappearance either.
It did not.
Well, thank you for the insight. I guess, can we do an insight to see if that's all he knows?
They're very hard to read. They are a globule of water with a face.
Enough.
Bloop.
Well, I guess I could put in another gold piece and just be like, well, here's hoping that maybe she makes an appearance or there's a sign. Maybe Istishia will send some signal.
Hopefully her wisdom cascades down the river to us, lesser primordials, and you, lesser beings.
Thanks.
We're leaving now, right? We can leave. There was like this whole library thing we needed to go to.
We can leave now.
I think you guys just experienced a mortal microaggression.
With a macro aggression as well.
You about to get a macro expression rolls up sleeve. Okay, you guys leave the temple. Almost more confused than when you went in. Where to now? Been there since you were listening to the stories. It's now starting to get to the end of the extended golden hour in Famladan, and night is starting to set in.
We're still at, trying to get to the confluence. At least I was.
Well, library confluence. Sorry, I said library. Meant confluence.
You guys head up to
Tara.
the confluence.
Head to where the nerds are. Nerds.
It looks like the library is starting to wind down. Still is open, it seems, even in the oncoming night, but many of the people within it are leaving. The lights have dimmed and are now lit by starry continual flame spells that are just little motes of white light that float throughout the place. Looks like you can just grab a torch and take it with you as well. A little stick with a floating globe above it.
Torches, guys.
That's cute. I have dark vision.
Well, that doesn't help with reading.
I mean, fine. Since it's technically getting toward evening, maybe it might be easier to find our friends since they were saying that they were trying to stay here as much as possible to make housing cheaper.
I'm gonna talk to them, but I don't know how much they know about this situation. We can see if they have
Terwin, right?
Yeah, Terwin.
I mean, maybe not talking about the situation, but they could direct us in the right area.
That's true. We could maybe get a lead on who to talk to next.
Yeah.
After a quick search of the confluence in its tall library, head up some spiraling, like, little things, I forget how it was, like stairs that are just floating into a spiral, kind of. I believe the lower part is guarded by myrmidons, but the part below that is accessible to you guys, and you can see that Terwin is in fact here. They have a few torches that are just set up at a desk. It looks like they have fallen asleep at a pile of books.
I kind of motion to Beanfresh. He's your pal.
I'll probably scare him if I try to go and approach.
And I hold Beckamon, and you definitely will scare him.
Well, if not, Mao can just go and poke at him in case Boom Crash has stepped out for a second.
Oh yeah, that could be. Or they're on
That was
push to
like-
talk. Who knows?
Who knows?
Because she has BRB.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Well,
Yeah,
didn't
so-
see that. So,
Mao will go up and be like, "Hey," in the rude sort of way, and wake them up and make them freak out, probably.
what is it? Oh, oh!
Sorry to disturb you, especially when you're studying.
I think I recognize, you three.
Boom Crash, I'm assuming probably waves.
Is it who is the one that they do not recognize? Is it me?
I think Mao,
Yeah.
because Mao ran back towards the bottom to find you
Oh, yeah,
guys
sure.
lodging.
Right.
Mhm.
It's like we seek information. I believe that you or someone here could provide it.
And you brought this devil to beat it out of me? Is that what's going on?
No, she's awkward, but she's super sweet.
Out in a headlock and give her a movie. She's
Maybe.
harmless. She
Maybe.
wants to be.
The amount of sick, sour faces Mao is making at all of you for saying cute, sweet, and kind, and all this other stuff, it's like, no,
Hey,
I'm walking away.
I said maybe. Like
Harmless
Boom Crash is
people.
the only one vouching for your character.
I walk behind Amon. I'm gonna go and cross my arms and sit there.
I am taller than you, so I guess you can hide behind me if you want.
Yeah.
Well, what information do you have that I might have? Or are you looking for that I might have? Sorry, I'm just very tired.
We're actually trying to investigate the disappearance of the Shizurum.
Shizurim? I don't know what that is.
Oh, the Seawater Genie, one of the leaders of the city.
Oh, I think they
Suppo-
come up here every once in a while, the Primordiums or the Genie Lords. They do come up here to talk to the higher up sages, but again, not for a while.
Right. I
Where
forgot.
can
They
we meet
don't.
the sage? How can we meet the sages?
I don't think that they're here right now. They're just here during the day. I think they do most of their work in the morning.
Try to get an audience.
I suppose. I don't organize that sort of thing, I'm afraid. I'm just here. I'm just researching.
Well, I guess
Okay,
we could always.
I have okay then. Actually, I want to talk. Okay, while you guys talk for a bit, I want to talk to Boom Crash for a bit.
Okay.
So I have an experiment that I want to run by you.
Mm-hmm.
See those guards over there? I want to know. I'm wondering what information we can find up there. So, you got your cat wand, right?
Yeah.
Let's chuck a cat up there. See how the card. I want to see what the guard response is, because I do have. I'm gonna rub my cape. I do still have the cape.
Okay.
It's a risky thing, but since both the top and the bottom are guarded by the same guards, I want to know what we're dealing with here. And the reason I want to use the cat instead of using your familiar or me teleporting there directly is if anyone's being recognized, I want none of us to be
Like pinned with it. Okay. Yeah. No, I got you. I'm gonna go and hide beyond one of those bookshelves and summon a cat or two.
Okay? Go. Take out your wand of cat calling to call 2 cats. Let's find out which ones.
Mm-hmm.
that go up the stairs, not go down it.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to encourage,
Oh, I don't know what.
because there's definitely a couple that
Aren't gonna listen.
are scaredy cats and will fucking bolt. And if we corral them and pretend to try and catch them, quote unquote, we might be able to encourage them upstairs. Okay.
Okay,
on.
so there's one that actually I don't think has been rolled before.
The last one that hasn't been like defined. It's
Yes.
number 8.
It is a Toiger cat.
Toiger.
Ooh.
Which is a small tiger-like cat. And the other one,
Tiger?
I believe it's number 5.
Ooh.
The other one is Bizzlewig.
On?
No, 5 is Harley Matheson.
Oh, well, sorry.
Is it-
A 5 on my sheet. But this one is Bizzlewig.
Okay. Okay, so
Is-
5 on your sheet is Bizzlewig. Okay. And Bizzlewig is long hair, tabby, brownish, and is rude. So good to know.
Upstairs. So we
yeah.
need to think of a new one though. That's a
Yeah,
tiger
we need
cat.
we need to name the last one. So does anybody
Right.
have any ideas?
Toiger.
Tigger, Shere Khan.
Rakshasa.
No, that's kind of haunting for Zumasu. So let's. I'm okay with it.
Plaza.
Just call
Okay.
them the Rock.
Oh yeah, that's even better. The Rock, but it's spelled with the RAHK.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hate
they're
it. It's
really
great.
pretty.
You summon Bizzlewig and a new cat, which you call the Rock. And they kind of appear. The Bizzlewig cat is just sitting on a cushion or so. It is staring up at you guys. It doesn't look like it wants to be here. The Toiger cat is flicking its tail around and watching you, watching your hand that's holding the wand, just kind of following it around attentively.
Oh no.
I take out a camel femur and swing that
Oh
around.
no, we don't. Hold on. I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation, and I'm gonna make it a little laser pointer, and I'm gonna make it zip past the guards.
Ah,
Oh my
Make an
God.
animal handling
that.
check.
Oh my god.
Does it help by kind of like, I don't know, making motions like I'm
Okay.
throwing something in the
Wait, hold
direction.
on. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. My screen is way too cluttered right now. Animal handling, submit. Can I have advantage on that because the laser pointer thing is fucking genius?
That was kind of
Sure,
helping by
I'll let you re-roll it.
Yay! Okay. And watch me get it less. Oh,
Okay,
Nice.
you're kind of struggling to get this whole laser pointer thing going, but once it does, the Toiger Rock starts following it precisely. It pounces on it, trying to grab it underneath its 2 paws, and can't seem to find where the heck the thing went. It follows it up a bookcase and starts like knocking over a few books to grab it. You decide against that and point it towards the ground once more. You start pointing it towards the stairs, and it leaps off from a tall-backed chair and up onto one of the stairs and starts climbing up the ramp. And these Myrmidons are going to make some checks.
uh-oh.
but we're not noticing any alarms or anything like that yet.
There's
right?
no magical alarm of sorts. Gonna roll for the Rock. Okay. So that was a natural 20 on my end. So,
God.
the Rock leaps up there, and although they are chasing the laser pointer, they don't seem to have alerted the Myrmidons whatsoever.
Just
Hey.
put the laser pointer on the Myrmidon.
Well, then
Uh,
it'll attribute to boom crash. The whole point is to not draw attention to ourselves.
So in that case, I am thinking that first of all, we need to settle our business first because we are probably not going to stay for long if we screw this up. But I'm thinking that the goose should be summoned next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it'll have to do infiltration mission for us.
Okay.
So during the day, we will try to have a formal meeting. We'll try to do this honestly in the morning. If it doesn't proceed, or if we find that we need something, they're hiding something or whatever, then at night we will infiltrate with Goose first, see what happens. if nothing happens, then we do it ourselves. How's that?
That sounds fine.
Sounds good to me.
Something not honest? Finally.
You do a lot of stuff not honest all the time, Mal. You just don't like it when I ask you to do it.
Because you ask it honestly.
Yeah, you can't. Weird.
Bizzlewig meows at you guys annoyedly.
So we come over here.
It does not.
I'm gonna try and pick it up.
It does not.
I mean, I can try to pick it
The
up.
You
cat
can
is
certainly try. Make an animal handling check.
The cat's glued to the ground.
It hisses at you and swats at your hand.
So we get out of here this way.
Oh my god.
Meanwhile, Amon, you see that the rock has gotten bored with the lack of prestidigitation and has started to just walk down the stairs. The Myrmidons, turn and look at the Toiger cat, and it looks up at them and just kind of mews. And the Myrmidons turn back to their attention, face forward, and the cat just walks back to you guys.
So it tracks humanoids at least, and the magical nature of the creatures doesn't really seem to trigger it any. So I say we are pretty clear to go on infiltration, at least from the guards. So
Yeah, it's not New Dawn, basically. Magic is okay here, and we can use it to our advantage.
I figured there'll be more of a tighter security.
He was basically worried about magical alarm spells and stuff, but it doesn't seem to be like that. Seems
Mhm.
like they're normal guards.
Or maybe a construct isn't enough to work. So a familiar will probably be an appropriate escalation, and we'll see what happens.
It's also later in the evening, so that might be more
No,
Latins
no.
guards because they're not around.
We're not gonna do it tonight because tomorrow we'll do a formal meeting, all nice and legal like.
No, what I mean
But-
is that it's evening now. We're getting closer to evening. They said that they usually have meetings in the morning, so it might be lax right now because it's not their normal scheduled time. for
You're
stuff.
saying that.
That's also
Yeah.
a good
Yeah,
point.
just making a note, I guess.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, we saw the same guards in the day anyway.
Mhm.
So, at least in the outer perimeter, it's the same. It's also constructs. They don't change depending on the day anyway. So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Alright,
Shit.
There's no shifts. Okay.
so, I suppose, that's it for you guys in the confluence. Are you guys just gonna go back to the Gawking Human for the night?
I am good for the night.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, unless you guys have other things that you want to do.
No.
I guess on our way back, I know there's the 4 temples. Can I look for any sort of signs of any other places of worship to any other gods? Because I just want to see how basically, how sometimes other places
You're
will have
feeling greedy.
minor, whatever temples and stuff for other people's.
There don't seem
How
to be
non-
any minor temples.
So it's not like there's a Pelor thing or a
No, it doesn't seem to be as accepting as Elore was in terms of minor gods. Also in
Is one of
terms of
the-
gods in general, because
Yeah.
these are not deities, they are primordials.
Yeah, they did say they don't exist or they don't deal with each other's shit.
Might want to
These
look
are
into
the-
that as well if you want more information on the world.
Okay.
We just exist in a little bubble, and there's so many bubbles out there.
When the world doesn't have an internet equivalent and traveling takes months, yeah, everyone prefers a bubble.
Alright, well, if you guys are not doing anything, then I'm going to assume that you're going back to the Gawking. Okay. So, you guys head back to the Gawking Human. It's less busy. There's only a few people around. They're quietly talking to each other over a drink. And you guys head up to your rooms overlooking the lava flows outside. And, gosh, what were their names? Glacier Song comes up to your rooms and knocks on the door. As you open the door, because they're one of the purveyors of the establishment, the icicle-haired Genasi woman says, you folks, you were staying here in this room, yes? I had a message for you all. for when you guys got back. And I guess you're back now, so I can give it to you.
Sure.
Fabulous. What is it? Thank you.
Yes. So I believe, your friend wanted to meet at the Sangam tomorrow. Looks like for breakfast.
Okay.
They didn't give a
Got
name,
it.
unfortunately.
Did they say where for breakfast?
The Sangam.
Oh, at the sand. Oh, okay.
Yeah. We know exactly. We only have one other friend in the city, so that
Oh,
tells us
okay.
everything we need to know.
Good, good. And she's kind of like holding a hand out.
Ugh,
Okay. Yeah, I flip her a gold piece.
Right. Thank you. And she...
If she was expecting more, then
yeah, I was gonna say it's 7 for a night. You like 10% is still a gold piece is better.
I gave her a gold piece.
No, like if she's being all like snooty about it, it's like that is more than 10%.
Well, for your room, technically, it was 7 gold pieces per person, plus 2 gold pieces per person for food.
Lowballed.
So it's
Right. Well, you know
kind of
what?
like that was less than that percent.
Yeah. So we just all look at each other and went shit.
Shit.
Fuck. We'll take
Actually,
care of it in the morning.
I'm gonna go out and follow her to make her whole and make
I'm
sure
gonna
that
go
everything's
out,
fine.
see where the bathroom is for the floor.
It's like, hey, I'm sorry. I spaced on the math. Here's 3 more. I'm so sorry.
Oh, thank you. I hope you enjoy your stay at the Gawking Human.
Oh, we already are. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do a
There's
little
a
curtsy
bathroom
and
on this
leave off a little more happy. Zumasu, you go to the what looks to be the wash closet, and it appears to be a brass hole with a brass plate on top, and you open it, and it seems to just go into a lava flow.
Here's my question though. It's not me wanting to go. I just want to find a private-ish place.
Sure, I just figured I'd describe it to you.
But that is it just like a bunch of stalls that just go into a lava flow?
Yeah, it's a hole in the ground that goes into lava.
Okay, at least at least I'll duly noted if it's private. Probably gonna go here later. So I guess what's going on now?
You found a private place?
I'm saying in terms of the rest of the party, like, is everybody going to bed now? Because I was probably gonna wait until everybody was going to bed before.
Oh, I see. You're waiting
Yeah,
until
it's-
people go to bed.
I think the only thing that I'm gonna do is summon Goose.
Sure.
Mhm.
You can drag them in.
Yeah.
I'll try scrying for Smolder.
Certainly try. That might be a thing we might need to do next time.
Yeah. So it would be that, and then heading to sleep for the evening, or at least keeping watch for a bit.
Okay. And I guess, Zumasu, what are you doing in private?
The whole thing about that was maybe for next time too, because it would be things related to deity stuff,
Okay,
making prayers and things.
that's fine.
Ooh. Maybe new deity next time?
So, as you guys get your message to meet your friend for breakfast, Zumasu heads off to the wash closet, or the lava closet as it were, and Mao starts scrying on their amber orb. And Boomcrash resummons their familiar. Amon re-establishes his goals and ponders their options as
I mean, not for nothing, he should probably pray to his god too.
ponder what they're going to do with their meeting at the confluence tomorrow. So, everybody, thank you all for watching. We went a little over this time, but I don't really mind it. You can watch the Dorkvision stream every Sunday from 9 to midnight Eastern Standard Time. You can watch our sister stream on Wednesdays, the Eternal Undermountain. It's a different group of people going through mostly the Undermountain, or the Dungeon of the Mad Mage campaign. That's from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, again on Wednesdays. If you want to find my books, you can find my Book of Gastromancy and my Guide to Slimes on DriveThruRPG under Noble Crumpet Publishing. And you can find my Book of Secrets and my City Generator on the DM's Guild. That's it. We will see you next week as they continue their adventures in Famladan, the city of genies. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Have a good week.
Yes.
Adios.